in Seabury, Sandy Howe Notary Services, M&R Transit, the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes, the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 at Hopwood, Cherokee Recycling, All Around Fence Company, the C. Harper Auto Group, the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm, Fulham's Full Service, Dr. Paul Hartley at Preferred Primary Care Physicians, Uniontown Liquidation Outlet, Marcon Building Supplies, Mauser's Tire Center, the Fayette County Recorder of Deeds Office and Recorder of Deeds John Marietta, Potter's Bar and Grill, Stewart Collision, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute and physical therapist Jim Burns, State Farm Agent Lauren Yeoman, SWGI and U.S. Digestive Health, PA State Representative Ryan Warner, Two Brothers Tree and Stump Service, Gene and Boots, Perry Drug, Ford of Uniontown, NovaCare Rehabilitation, Magisterial District Judge Nathan Henning, Reese Warehouse, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair, Suji Brothers Pizza, Montgomery Medical, Clayton Homes, Napa Auto Parts, the Tiffany Smith Fine Arts Studio, Uniontown Detailing, Movement Physiotherapy, Watson Mundorf LLP, Casey Sports Cafe, Shop and Save, the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, and by the Perry Township Volunteer Fire Department. Now stay tuned for the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live.
From Memorial Stadium in Cannonsburg, it's time for high school football playoff action here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live tonight as the 11th-seeded Frazier Commodores has hit 7-4, take on third-seeded Bishop Canevin with an 8-3 record entering this game. Rod Steele in his first year as the head coach of Bishop Canevin, and Tony Battolini in his first year as the head coach of the Frazier Commodores. Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanula tonight with Carl Childs behind the camera on our YouTube Live video feed, and Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law studios. Our pregame show, as always, being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They'll get you ready for the game. They're located 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Our live video stream tonight courtesy of PA State Representative Ryan Warner, Tiffany Smith Fine Arts Studio, the Perry Volunteer Fire Department, Gene and Boots, Sandy Howe Notary Services and owners Ed and Sandy Walensky, Ford of Uniontown, Uniontown Liquidation Outlet, Napa Auto Parts, and Perry Drug. And Tony, Frazier, fresh off their first playoff win in 10 years, knocking off California in the first round, 27-12.
And they played a fantastic game, Brian. Did well offensively, controlled the ball, a couple long drives for touchdowns, and their defense played extremely well against a really good California team.
The Commodores got 3 first-half passing touchdowns from Brady Seacrest to Chase Fulmer and used the ground game to really ground and pound with Derek Diamond in the second half to pick up the 15-point win.
And that's exactly right. Diamond a little bit below his average and really didn't have any big busts in the way of runs, but had a good game, 110 yards on 34 carries, had a touchdown. But you're right, Seacrest to Fulmer was the answer for Frazier last week.
And Bishop Canevin had a rally from a halftime deficit to defeat Greensburg Central Catholic 50-35.
Yeah, and outscored Greensburg Central Catholic 28-7 in that fourth quarter, and really played well. They also had 310 yards on the ground last week, so I got a feeling that we're going to see a lot of running here tonight.
And they've had to make some postseason adjustments since their starting quarterback Brady Wagner transferred in from Mount Lebanon in the offseason. He was ruled ineligible for the playoffs. DeMar Olds, who's one of the Crusaders' top wide receivers and really a terrific overall athlete, is now taking snaps behind center. And talking to Frazier head coach Tony Battolini, he actually thinks Canevin is tougher to defend with Olds at quarterback.
Well, Olds can run, and that's the whole thing. He can pass and run, and he's one of those threats where it's going to be one way or the other. He's going to try to beat you either by running or throwing. But when you look at having the quarterback out and being not able to play in the playoffs, they had to make a lot of adjustments. Unfortunately for them, they had the game last week and able to pull one out. So we'll see what happens tonight.
We had some heavy rain earlier, but basically just a mist right now, Tony.
And I hope it stays this way. I mentioned to you, Brian, I came from Greensburg, and it was raining cats and dogs and maybe mice, too. I'm not sure. But I tell you what, it was coming down, and hopefully this will stay until the game is over.
And if we do get some heavier weather, who do you think that favors?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, both teams can run the ball. There's no doubt about it. So, you know, when you had Fulmer and Seacrest with the passing game last week, and they kind of caught California unexpected on a couple times to get those 3 touchdowns. But, you know, it'll be interesting. I think that you're going to have both coaches, if it starts raining like it did, just try to pound the ball on the ground.
The winner advances to the Class A semifinals next weekend to take on the winner of the quarterfinal round game between Clairton and Jeanette, and that game will likely be played next Friday night. We're hoping for a fun one here at Cannon Mac tonight, Tony.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I think that both of these teams are pretty equal when it comes to offense and defense, so we'll see what happens. Just hoping for a good game and hopefully a Frazier win.
And we'll talk to Frazier head coach Tony Battolini when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this. Our live video feed brought to you by PA State Representative Ryan Warner tonight.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Family owned and operated for 62 years and providing quality, reliable service, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They'll blueprint your vehicle for repair and work with your insurance company. With their environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it's their goal to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way. So bring your vehicle over to Silva. Call 724-437-2351. Now Ted Silva proudly introduces his new company, Target Safety Solutions, Atlas Road in Hopwood, providing vehicle alignments, calibrations, minor mechanical repairs, state inspections, including trailers up to 10,000 pounds. Safety, our target, your solution. Check their website at targetsafetysolutionsllc.com. Ted Silva is proud to support local high school sports.
Now is the perfect time to upgrade your outdoor area with a new fence from All Around Fence Company. Conveniently located at 7896 National Pike, Uniontown. All Around Fence has been installing quality residential, commercial, and farm fencing for more than 45 years. Offering residential fencing including chain link, decorative aluminum, steel, and more, All Around Fence has the fence for you. All Around Fence is also your one-stop shop for Nutrena products and also carries livestock, equine, and pet supplies. So if you need to upgrade an existing fence, add a new gate, or are considering the installation of an all-new fence, All Around Fence has the answers you need. Visit them Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 to 1. Or give them a call at 724-439-0331. To learn more, visit allaroundfence.com.
Do you have a job around the house that you just aren't sure how to tackle? Then it's time to call Fulham's Full Service, your Best in Fayette Gold Medal winner for professional maintenance and handyman. Fully licensed and insured, owner Cody Fulham does it all, from home renovations and repairs to landscaping and auto detailing. Needless to say, he's ready to help you. Call Fulham's today at 724-466-4194 and follow them on Facebook to learn more about their projects and the work they can do for you.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Savings is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with an Education Club saving account at First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Your future dreams will start adding up. Plus, you may qualify for a scholarship upon high school graduation. Visit any First Federal branch to start saving today. For more information on account rules and scholarship eligibility, visit ffgc.bank. Best wishes to our local teams from First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. NMLS number 458729, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Quality parts, accessories, paints, tools, and supplies. Napa Auto Parts complete line for cars, trucks, imports, and farm equipment. Napa Auto Parts keeps America running. Fayette Auto in Uniontown, Standard Auto in Brownsville, and Napa Auto in Bell Vernon and Monongahela carry premium quality auto parts at discount prices. They always have a huge inventory of parts in stock when you visit a Napa Auto Part location. Over 200,000 parts in stock. Ask about their Napa lifetime warranty on most items with a no-hassle return policy. Open weekends and evenings. In Brownsville, phone 724-785-3800. Bell Vernon, dial 724-929-5522. Monongahela, dial 724-258-3101. And in Uniontown, dial 724-437-7553 for Napa Auto Parts.
Ryan Rozak back here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. WPIAL Single A quarterfinal round high school football playoff action on WMBS tonight. The Frazier Commodores battling the Bishop Canevin Crusaders at Canon McMillan High School. Being joined now by Frazier head coach Tony Battolini. And Tony, what a win for your Frazier program last week, the first Commodores playoff victory in 10 years.
Yeah, man, it was really exciting for the kids. You know, it's kind of like all the years worth of hard work that we've put in, and we showed the kids, you know, on all this stuff, it's going to work out for you. It kind of culminated in that postseason victory.
Let's go back and talk about the game. Obviously, California suffered a setback, losing their starting running back, Malachi Peak, on the opening drive of the game. And your Commodores managed to get things done in the air with 3 touchdown passes to Chase Fulmer in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, that's Brady and Chase were, you know, awesome on Friday night. You know, Brady threw a couple really nice balls there for Chase, and Chase did a good job. They tried to go press coverage on him, and Chase was able to win at the line, and that's a matchup that we're willing to take if we get that opportunity. You know, you hate to see a kid like Malachi go down like that. I mean, he's such a good player, and you know, you really hate that for the kid. But you know, I think us being explosive, that would have worked, you know, against anyone.
Time of possession certainly key, and you played that to your advantage, and even successfully converted an onside kick after a touchdown in the first half, and then Derek in the second half really had a heavy workload and managed to run a lot of clock and allow your Commodores to run away with a win.
Yeah, you know, and we talked prior to that game, and I said, you know, we'll lean on Derek 35, 40 times a game if we can get something out of that. You know, he was still effective, and that's who we've been all year, is a team that wins the time of possession battle. You know, we're going to try to take that and keep that in our favor, you know, pretty much every game, because you know, we don't want to get into a shootout with teams. That's just not how we're built. But you know, if we can ride Derek and do that, and then with that onside kick, that was something that, you know, I told the kids on Tuesday that was going to be our goal. If we scored first and went up 7-0, we were onside kicking at whatever point in the game that was. Just because, you know, like I said, if we can hold the ball for 12 minutes, it's really hard for someone to score on you. That's for sure.
And certainly so much excitement not only around your school but the entire Perryopolis community, and really has to come full circle for you since you're a Frazier grad now back coaching this program here in your first year as the Commodores head coach.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's been really fun for the kids to get some enjoyment out of this, and for the community as well. You know, you go around the community and everyone's really excited. It's just good for the kids. I mean, they walk around, people know who they are. The young kids kind of look up to them. I know they walked around the halls of the school the other day, and it's just something they haven't gotten to experience. And I feel like every kid at some point, you know, in your high school career, you should be able to experience that. You know, that's a great feeling. It's something they're going to look back on, you know, 20, 30 years from now and still remember this stuff.
You guys aren't done yet. A game against Bishop Canevin here in the quarterfinals out at Cannon Mac, and they had a pretty tough game against Greensburg Central Catholic in the first round.
Yeah, you know, you look at Bishop Canevin, they're so talented, you know, and they're also a well-coached team, and I mean, pretty much every team that gets to this point in the season is going to be that. You know, there are no easy games left. You know, you look at that game they had against GCC. GCC's a great team in their own right, you know, and that game kind of went back and forth, and then at the end, Canevin was kind of able to pull away from them. But I mean, those are two really good football teams, and whoever would have won that game would have, you know, that would have definitely been a huge mountain for us to climb.
How tough is Bishop Canevin to prepare for this week, just considering the fact that their starting quarterback during the course of the regular season had transferred in from Mount Lebanon, so he's ineligible for the playoffs. They moved one of their wide receivers or over to quarterback, and really don't have that much film on him playing quarterback other than last week.
Yeah, I mean, you look at them, and it's like, you know, a lot of teams would be very happy at the fact that, you know, a kid starting or a team starting quarterback is out for a playoff game. But I mean, when you look at them and with the kid that they put in there, who that kid was their, like you said, their number one receiver, he's just as dangerous. You know, I mean, he's probably even more dangerous because he's a running threat. You know, the kid before, he had a really good arm and he threw the ball, and they didn't really run him that much, but this kid, I mean, you got to contain him. He can scramble, and he played a little bit in the Burgettstown game, and there's some film on that. But I mean, watching him against GCC. I mean, he can throw the ball too. I mean, he's a very dynamic athlete. So it'd be hard to prepare for, that's for sure.
How does that change the way that you do prepare for them defensively?
So, I mean, you know, when you get a kid that's going to sit in the pocket, you can probably bring a little more pressure, and you can do some different things and get a little more, you know, exotic with some of the things that you're calling. But when you get a kid that you got to try to keep in the pocket and contain, then that kind of limits you in a sense, you know, defensively as to the things that you can do. You know, you got to be a little more safe in what you're calling, and it does add an extra element to it, that's for sure.
Coach, appreciate your time. Best of luck on Friday night. We'll see you out there at Canon Mac.
All right, man. Thanks for having me.
That's Frazier head coach Tony Banalini joining us here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. We'll talk to the head coach of the Bishop Canevin Crusaders, Rod Steele, when our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this. Our broadcast presented by PA State Representative Ryan Warner.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Since 1930, Gene and Boots Candies has been a Western Pennsylvania tradition. Enjoy hand-dipped chocolates made from the finest ingredients, fresh roasted nuts, and our delicious homemade ice cream. Visit geneandboots.com or find them on Facebook to explore their full selection. And remember, they ship gift orders anywhere. Open daily till 9 p.m. You'll find them on Route 51 in Perryopolis, Charleroi, and Greensburg. Gene and Boots Candies, a local favorite that's always a treat. Literally. Good luck, Commodores, from your friends at Gene and Boots.
This is attorney Michael Mays of the Davis & Davis Law Firm. We have been helping injured people just like you recover millions of dollars for over 45 years. If you're hurt or injured, I want to meet you and make sure you get the money that you deserve. Call me at 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. The Davis & Davis Law Firm has been protecting our neighbors in Greene and Fayette counties for over 45 years. Go to davisanddavislaw.com or call 724-437-2799 for your free consultation.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a proud supporter of local high school sports. In fact, their annual charity golf outing has contributed dozens of scholarships to Fayette County students. The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, wishing all of our local high school teams a great season.
Hey, love, I'm Tiffany from Tiffany Smith Fine Art Studios, serving up confidence boosts in Perryopolis in our brand new luxury studio in downtown Pittsburgh. I'm not just here to take your picture. I'm here to help you remember who you are. Whether it's been a wild 2 years or you're just feeling a little blah, this is your permission slip to feel powerful again. You'll laugh, maybe cry, and leave feeling like that girl. Book your experience at TiffanySmithFineArtStudios.com because you deserve to be seen.
Representative Ryan Warner, proud Frazier High School graduate, congratulates the Frazier Commodores football team on an incredible season and their trip to the playoffs. Your dedication, teamwork, and spirit truly reflects the best of our community. To the players, coaches, and families, congratulations on a fantastic season and best of luck as you enter the playoffs. Go Doors!
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Your heat on the fritz? Did your AC stop working? Your pipes backed up? Did your lights go out? Well, for all your heating, air conditioning, electric, and plumbing emergencies, CHIPS Residential Services is here for you. Located right in Uniontown and offering 24-hour emergency service, let the experts at CHIPS help you through all your emergency needs as well as installation and regular service. Call 724-366-8046 to get the help you need today. Your hometown team of technicians, CHIPS Residential Services.
Brian Morozak back here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show with Bishop Canevin head coach Rod Steele. The Crusaders in the WPIAL quarterfinals tonight, taking on the Frazier Commodores at Canon McMillan High School. And Rod, you had a great career coaching at Steel Valley, moved over to West Mifflin. We saw a lot of you there. when you played Uniontown and Laurel Highlands, and now you're here at Bishop Canevin, your first year as the head coach of the Crusaders. Talk about the whole transition process.
The situation occurred here where they needed a coach late in the year. I was contacted at the end of May, got hired in the beginning of June. So we hit the ground running. Didn't want the kids to miss out with opportunities of going to camps and, competing and obviously marketing their athletics. For us as coaches to have the opportunity to evaluate and be able to see what we're working with, see, as far as how kids can pick up concepts and, be able to evaluate their athleticism and things like that. So we did that, and then obviously, the kids had off 4th of July. They were off 4th of July, and they had a week off before HEDAC. So probably had about a good 5 to 6 weeks to work with the kids, and then got ready to camp, and here we are today.
Yeah, it's been a great regular season. You have to be happy with all you've accomplished so far this year.
Yeah. I mean, we're pleased. I mean, early on we gave up some games that we felt we should have won, but I think as the year went on, teams growing each week, and that's what you want to see. So I think the team's playing pretty good ball right now, so excited to see what tomorrow brings.
Greensburg Central Catholic certainly gave you a pretty good game last week in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, I just think that we were able to move the ball, but we had to calm our kids down, that's all. We were shooting ourselves in the foot. We went down, turned the ball over on possessions, didn't convert a first down on 4th down. And then on another drive, we fumbled the ball. And another drive, we made a bad throw. But it wasn't things that so much our opponent was doing to us as much as we were doing to ourselves. So we just had to get them back in the locker room, regroup, and, calm them down and stay to the plan. And kids went out, played well, took care of the football. And
how different was it now moving Olds to quarterback, where he was your top wide receiver throughout the course of the regular season?
Well, we got a pretty good receiving corps. That's one position that we do have a lot of depth. But, DeMar brings a lot of qualities. He's a dual threat guy, quarterback. Sort of same stuff, but, it could be different at times because of his athleticism and things like that. But, I can't take, enough away from Wagner. Wagner did a great job, controlling the offense, making sure everybody was set up and, being able to execute the plays and things like that. So he did a great job. But, DeMar, we expect the same out of him. He's a senior. We're looking for him to be composed and be the same leader that Wagner. Just continue what Wagner did.
Talk about the quarterfinal round matchup with Frazier.
Obviously, their coach has done a tremendous job with their team. They're pretty good at what they do. They got a good run game, and, they take their shots when they have to. They play together. It's a good group. When you get to this late in the year and you're still playing, something's going right. So, coach is doing a good job with his program.
That's Bishop Canevin head coach Rod Steele joining us here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. We'll talk to Ian McMillan from Steel City Blitz right after this. Getting you ready for the Commodores and the Crusaders. WPIAL high school football playoff action here on WMBS YouTube Live and the Triple Live High School Sports Network, presented by State Representative Brian Warner.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas, open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Your health is the most important thing to you. When you need physical therapy, find the best clinic to serve you. Movement Physiotherapy, now located off Route 40 on Pedro Drive, west of Uniontown, understands this and wants to help ease the stress. Tyler Gasick has over 10 years of experience helping people improve their health with physical therapy and is ready to help you. Tyler's from the Uniontown area and is committed to helping improve his community. To schedule your appointment, phone 724-912-PTPT or visit Movement Physiotherapy online at movementpp.com.
For 84 years, Perry Drug Store has been family-owned and proud to serve the Perryopolis area. Recently voted one of the best in Fayette County, they're your trusted hometown pharmacy, offering expert prescription service, home health care, beauty, and over-the-counter needs. And they accept all insurances. Open 7 days a week for your convenience. Perry Drug Store puts your health first. With flu shots, vaccines, and all boosters available. Call 724-736-4422 or stop by on Independence Street in Perryopolis. Perry Drug Store, wishing the Frazier Commodores the best of luck in the playoffs.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Amidar Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel to school safely in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Amidar Transit is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands High School sports and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about Amidar Transit, call them 724-439-3164. 724-439-3164. Or stop by their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Ready to score big on your next home? Well, great news. Huge savings are waiting for you at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. From open floor plans perfect for game day parties to energy-efficient homes that will help you save money all season long, these homes are built to deliver. Don't wait on the sidelines. Make the winning play today and find the home that fits your family and lifestyle. Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon at 4500 Route 51.
It's a new day at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, and we're bringing a new level of quality health care to our community. From primary care to specialty services, our team has always put patients first. And now, thanks to our merger with WVU Medicine, our commitment to patient-centered care has grown even stronger. With new resources, a growing staff, and advanced technology, our team is here to provide you with top-quality care when it matters most. Discover the new Uniontown Hospital and see how we've grown.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
Brian Morozak back here on the Sprouts Insurance Group pregame show. The Frazier Commodores taking on the Bishop Canevin Crusaders. WPIAL high school football quarterfinal round playoff action at Canon Mac tonight. Being joined now by Ian McMillan from Steel City Blitz. And Ian is certainly setting up for another fun night of high school football with all 6 classes in action.
Absolutely, and this is the week where everybody's playing, so all the teams in the higher classifications that got first-round byes are all in action now. So last week was kind of the appetizer or the precursor to this round of the playoffs, where now we've got all the powerhouses in action. So this is where it really starts to boil down. And from a broader scale, on a statewide perspective, this is technically like the round of 32 in the statewide playoffs. So this is where everyone across the state's in action, too, not just in the WPIAL.
Certainly a great accomplishment for all the programs that have gotten this far. And you look at this matchup tonight, Bishop Canevin had a battle from a halftime deficit last week to rally back to knock off Greensburg Central Catholic. And Frazier picked up their first playoff win in 10 years by knocking off the Tri-County South champs, California.
Yeah, this should be great. Frazier, what a great turnaround story for them. The Commodores coming out of the bottom part of the Eastern Conference the last few years to rise up. They won a bunch of games, close games during the regular season this year to get themselves in position to earn one of those wild card spots, and then went out and beat the Tri-County South Conference champions, California. Not a great year for the Tri-County South, going 0-4 in the first round of the playoffs. But, you know, we've talked for a long time about how California is very successful at running the ball and dominating the game with
their ground game and really controlling it with their offensive line. And Frazier came out throwing the ball in this game. They, you guys did the game, but threw it all over the yard. Chase Fulmer had 3 receiving touchdowns, and kind of jumped out on California early to take California out of their comfort zone and try and pull them away from that just ground and pound clock control offense that they like to run. And it was successful for Frazier. The 3 passing touchdowns that Seacrest had, Derek Diamond had a really nice game, and now Frazier in the quarterfinals for the first time since 2015 when they made that run all the way to the semifinals. So a really great season for Frazier. On the other side, the Bishop Canevin Greensburg Central Catholic game was a really interesting one from sort of a schematic perspective. That a couple weeks ago, Greensburg Central Catholic star wide receiver Samir Crosby, who had his future at the D1 level is at wide receiver, and that's where they were playing him this year, but they moved him back to quarterback where he had played last year, and they pulled off a Week 9 upset over Leechburg and really started to turn things around. Crosby had 5 total touchdowns in this game against Bishop Canevin, but not to be outdone, Canevin's own D1 recruit DeMar Olds, who was playing wide receiver all year, they moved him to quarterback, and he's had 5 total touchdowns as well. So just a very interesting kind of way that game broke, where you had 2 kids who had been playing wide receiver for most of the year wound up playing quarterback for both of their respective teams. Olds threw 2 touchdown passes and ran 3 in, and then Crosby had 4 rushing touchdowns and a kickoff return touchdown for Greensburg Central Catholic. So it's going to be kind of interesting for Frazier to try and prepare for Bishop Canevin, where most of the game tape on them this year is with Brady Wagner playing quarterback, but now you've got like 1 week of DeMar Olds playing quarterback and putting up 5 total touchdowns, so now that's something different to have to prepare for.
Well, more with Ian McMeans from Steel City Blitz and the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this. Getting ready for Frazier and Bishop Canevin. Our broadcast presented by PA State Representative Brian Warner.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and Save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Uniontown Liquidation Outlet wants to thank you for buying our Special Pay at 2025. Come shop with us for the lowest prices around. We have toys, home goods, tools, electronics, and much more. We offer layaway, so stop in today and ask us how it works. We are located inside the Uniontown Mall.
The Uniontown Liquidation Outlet. Visit us on Facebook, Uniontown Liquidation Outlet.
Hope to see you soon.
The Perry Township Volunteer Fire Department is proud to support the Frazier Commodores boys high school football team as they continue their remarkable 2025 playoff run. Teamwork, dedication, and commitment are values Perry Township volunteer firefighters and Frazier football players have in common. From the whole crew at the fire station, great job, boys, and good luck. Visit the department's Facebook page to learn how you can support their efforts to keep the community safe. the Perry Township Volunteer Fire Department, serving the community as professional volunteers.
Two Brothers Tree and Stump Service is your local, fully insured, expert tree removal and advanced tree trimming service based right in Uniontown. Brothers Jared and Justin Gibson and their team bring more than 2 decades combined experience to stump and tree removal, but also provide general clearing services and some landscaping services too. So whatever your outdoor needs are, Two Brothers is ready to help you today with customizable plans and a commitment to getting the job done right. Call them today, 724-415-9183.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt. Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great race. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Brian Morozek back here with Ian McMillan from Steel City Blitz, getting you ready for Frazier and Bishop Canevin tonight, WPIAL quarterfinal round high school football playoff action. And let's take a look at this quarterback situation for Bishop Canevin. Wagner played quarterback all season long. He actually transferred from your area, Mount Lebanon, to Bishop Canevin, but ruled ineligible for the postseason, and that certainly threw a little bit of a curveball here to the Crusaders entering the WPIAL playoffs.
Right, yeah, and that's one of those situations where, the WPIAL board, as it is, can, make decisions on players on a case-by-case basis, kind of whether or not they transfer for athletic intent, although there's been some other decisions for some other players around where they were initially ineligible for the playoffs, then they decided they were eligible. So it really seems like they make those decisions on a case-by-case basis. But now for Canevin, sitting there at the number 3 seed, interestingly enough in 1A, the top 4 seeds all won, but then the teams seeded 5 through 8 all lost to the lower seeded teams. So the top 4 seeds do, from a seeding standpoint, get slightly favorable matchups here in the second round. Although, Frazier's been kind of clicking on all cylinders throughout the second half of the season. Brady Seacrest at quarterback, Fulmer at wide receiver, and Diamond at running back is a pretty formidable trio for teams to try and defend on the 1A level. Although DeMar Olds is a fantastic athlete, as we saw last week for Canevin, and they've got a really good running back in Deontay Mott as well.
And Frazier's defense was solid last week as well. Certainly helped out Malachi P., California's top running back. He went out with an injury in the first series of the game. And you mentioned Frazier. They attacked offensively as well. Those 3 passing touchdowns all early on from Seacrest to Fulmer. Derek Diamond certainly solidified things on the ground, and he's racked up a ton of carries on the season. Now 280 carries through 11 games so far this year.
Yeah, and I believe he was in the top 5 in the WPIAL in rushing going into the first round of the playoffs. I'm not sure where he's at now. I mean, I'm sure he's still in the top 5 because he put up a bunch of yards. Ben Hayes from Bentworth won the WPIAL rushing title overall for the regular season, but Diamond was right there. I think he was 3rd or 4th on the overall rushing list this year. Aiden Yoakum from Mars, I believe, was number 2. So really great season for Derek Diamond at Frazier, especially considering, they had some tough teams on their schedule, too. I mean, they had to play a Clairton team who hasn't given up a point since week 0. So, that was not like they had a bunch of, cakewalk defenses that Frazier had to play. They had to play through some pretty good teams just to get to this point. And they're battle-tested here coming into this quarterfinal matchup.
And you look at both of these schools, Bishop Canevin at 8-3, their 3 losses, one against an opponent from Canada in a week 0 game, Clarkson from North Canada. They played that at the York Rose Bowl Kickoff Classic, lost there 35-28, lost to Seton LaSalle at Dormont Stadium on August 30th, and then their other loss against Fort Cherry and Matt Steig on October the 10th. But other than that, they've been pretty dominant in most of the games they played. Had a 46-28 win over Laurel. They mentioned last week, of course, had a rally back to defeat Greensburg Central Catholic 50-35.
Yeah, the other impressive win on Canevin's slate is they went to Steel Valley and won early in the year, where Steel Valley hadn't lost at home in like 3 or 4 seasons. So that's another impressive victory on their slate, considering Steel Valley wound up tied for their conference title in 2A.
And Greensburg Central Catholic, the only common opponent between the two schools. Of course, Frazier had a 2-point win over them, and then, as we mentioned earlier, Bishop Canevin rallying to knock off Greensburg Central Catholic last week, 50-35.
I think it is, and the other thing, let's not forget, though, that Canevin really ran away with this game late, that Greensburg Central Catholic was up at halftime, and Canevin had to storm back in the second half. So, just because the final score was 15 points, but I don't think that score was really indicative of how close the overall game was, which does happen sometimes in the playoffs when, teams get desperate at the end and are trying to force a comeback. They can throw some interceptions, get some turnovers, and, the score balloons a little bit towards the end of the game. I remember a game last year between Amani Christian and Highlands where I think it was a 2 or 3 point game, and Highlands got the ball back and then threw like 2 pick sixes, and it wound up being a 16, 17 point result that wasn't really indicative of how that game had gone for all but the last 2 minutes.
We'll take a look at some other playoff matchups tonight with Ian McMillan from Steel City Blitz from the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this. Our broadcast tonight presented by PA State Representative Brian Warner.
Does your car sound like it's saying, "Trade me in, trade me in," every time you start it up? Well, go to Ford of Uniontown and trade it in. That's right, your Uniontown Ford dealer is ready to assist you with a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV purchase. Ford of Uniontown has all the deals, all the inventory, and they are ready to deal. It has never been a better time to buy a Ford. Service is their top priority. No matter where you purchase your Ford car or truck, Ford of Uniontown will be happy to service it for you. They offer Ford-trained technicians, Ford-certified parts and service, 1-year, 12,000-mile parts warranties, and new state-of-the-art service equipment. Call or stop in today to see the hometown service of Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West across from Applebee's. So listen to your car the next time you hear it say, "Trade me in, trade me in." Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 at the top of the hill. The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Savings is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with an Education Club saving account at First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Your future dreams will start adding up. Plus, you may qualify for a scholarship upon high school graduation. Visit any First Federal branch to start saving today. For more information on account rules and scholarship eligibility, visit ffgc.bank. Best wishes to our local teams from First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. NMLS number 458729, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown. Doctors Calabrese, Hoppy, Lorenz, and I want to wish our local football teams and fans the very best in 2025 and remind you that our board-certified gastroenterologists are always here to help you and your family with a wide variety of GI health issues. Lastly, please consider a screening colonoscopy. It's a 30-minute painless test that could save your life.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4:30, and Saturdays, 8 to 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Braggs a call today, 724-439-3228, for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense.
Hey, love, I'm Tiffany from Tiffany Smith Fine Art Studios, serving up confidence boost in Perryopolis in our brand new luxury studio in downtown Pittsburgh. I'm not just here to take your picture. I'm here to help you remember who you are. Whether it's been a wild few years or you're just feeling a little blah, this is your permission slip to feel powerful again. You'll laugh, maybe cry, and leave feeling like that girl. Book your experience at TiffanySmithFineArtStudios.com because you deserve to be seen.
Mark-On Building Supply has provided the tri-state area with ready-mix concrete and building supplies for decades. Family-owned and operated and built on a foundation of trust, integrity, and exceptional quality, Mark-On is your local leader for ready-mix concrete, precast, lumber, tools, electrical, plumbing, lawn care, and general building supply needs. Visit the store in Markleysburg or call Mark-On today at 724-329-5542. Mark-On Building Supply, your one-stop shop for all your home building and construction needs.
Brian Morozak back with Ian McMeans from Steel City Blitz. And Ian, we have Frazier and Bishop Canevin here in the Single A quarterfinals tonight. Let's take a look at the other three quarterfinal round matchups in Single A.
Yeah, so let's talk about Sharkey's Houston for a minute. They won their first playoff game since 2000. They had been 0-13 in the playoffs since that 2000 victory, where they actually beat Clairton in the opening round of the playoffs that year. So congratulations to the Bucks getting off the schneid, getting a playoff victory in their win over Southside. They take on a pretty good Laurel team who just was all over Jefferson Morgan in the opening round. Laurel's quarterback, Lucas Santini, did it on the ground and through the air. Fort Cherry, Matt Sig's been nursing an arm injury for like the second half of the year, so he really hasn't had to throw the ball at all. They've pretty much just run the ball, but they're so good at running the ball, they haven't had to do anything else. But at some point in the playoffs here, they're going to have to throw the ball, and it's going to be, can Matt Sig actually do it? Is he healthy enough to throw the ball, or are they going to have somebody else throw the ball? And that may not happen until they get to like a WPIAL final against Clairton, but at some point he's going to have to do it. They're not just going to be able to run the ball every single play. So that's kind of something to watch as an undercurrent to what's going on with Fort Cherry. Neshannock's got a really nice dual-threat quarterback in Gino Mazzacco, and then another complimentary back in Anthony Eakin. They can run the ball pretty well. They played Laurel in a tight Week 9 game that was for the conference title up in the Big 7 conference. And then Clairton and Jeanette, Clairton's dominated Jeanette in the regular season ever since Jeanette moved down from AA to Single A back in 2013. Or 2014 it was. It was 2014 they moved down. But in the playoffs, they've actually been pretty even. Clairton beat them twice in WPIAL championship games in 15 and 16. And then Jeanette has won actually the last two playoff matchups in the 2017 semis and the 2020 championship. So they're 2-2 head-to-head in the playoffs. But the other interesting thing, I think, overall this week is you've got this Clairton-Jeanette matchup, and up in Quad A, there's a matchup between Aliquippa and Newcastle. And those four teams are four of the top 5 winningest teams in WPIAL history. So Aliquippa has the most wins all time in WPIAL history, followed by Jeanette, Newcastle, Washington, and Clairton. So you've got two matchups of top 5 teams on the all-time wins list happening this week, which is pretty cool just from an overall history and tradition standpoint.
We'll wrap things up with Ian McMeans from Steel City Blitz on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Continues right after this.
State Representative Ryan Warner, proud Frazier High School graduate, congratulates the Frazier Commodores football team on an incredible season and their trip to the playoffs. Your dedication, teamwork, and spirit truly reflects the best of our community. To the players, coaches, and families, congratulations on a fantastic season, and best of luck as you enter the playoffs. Go Doors!
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car and drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy. Hey, everybody. Friday night under the lights are back. High school football is more than a game. It's about community, teamwork, and pride. Just like our local heroes who serve our nation. Fayette County Recorder of Deeds is proud to honor our veterans with the Veteran ID program. By recording your DD-214, veterans can receive a secure photo ID and access discounts at participating local businesses. Support our student athletes. Support our veterans. Together we build a stronger Fayette County.
Accidents can happen at any time. At Stewart Collision Service in Uniontown, we are here to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Have dents? Stewart Collision Service does paintless dent repair. So give us a call at 724-437-9381 or stop by 73 East Fayette Street for all your collision needs. We work with all insurances. Stewart Collision supports our local high school sports team and wish you the best this season. That's Stewart Collision Service, 73 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, 724-437-9381.
Mauser's Tire Center has been serving the region for more than 50 years, offering new, used, and recap tires, as well as tire repair. Mauser's is located on Route 40 West at Seawrights Crossroads. Need new tires? Call Mauser's today at 724-245-2410 and let them get you ready for the road. Mauser's Tire Center, your trusted source for new and used tires for more than 5 decades. Wishing all area high school football teams a successful and healthy 2025 season.
Brian Morozak back wrapping things up with Ian McMillan from Steel City Blitz getting ready for Frazier and Bishop Canevin tonight. Ian, we followed 4A a lot this season. That classification in the semifinal round tonight. Your thoughts on some of those matchups?
In 4A, there's semifinal matchups because only 8 teams made the playoffs, and these are two really heavy-hitting matchups. You've got a McKeesport-Thomas Jefferson game, which is a rematch of last year's WPIAL championship game that TJ won. TJ's really dominated McKeesport recently in their head-to-head matchups. They have met in the regular season and the playoffs last year, so this will be their 4th meeting in 2 years. TJ's won all 3 of them. They won earlier this year 16-7, although McKeesport was without star running back Keemon Spell for that game, so that did make a bit of a difference. McKeesport actually held a 7-0 lead until very late in the game when TJ scored a touchdown, made a 2-point conversion, and then got an interception return at the end to win it. So that's another one that the final was 16-7, but McKeesport dominated most of that game. But once again, this is Bill Churpak in the playoffs, right? So you never count against Thomas Jefferson. This is TJ's 26th semifinal appearance in the last 28 years, whereas McKeesport has been to the finals the last 2 years and lost both of them. McKeesport hasn't won a WPIAL title since 2005, so could be a really good story here if McKeesport's able to pull this off against Thomas Jefferson, who's kind of been their arch rivals here in 4A. And then the other 4A semifinal between Newcastle and Aliquippa. A great story at Aliquippa. They're Yale committed quarterback Marcus Council, they thought he was out for the year after he suffered a knee injury mid-season. And there was even, published articles that said he was out for the season. He suited up and played in their first-round playoff game, wound up throwing a game-winning touchdown pass. Didn't have a whole lot of mobility, but still has his arm, and was able to go out there and grit it out. And Aliquippa pulled off a first-round upset over Trinity, and Newcastle pulled off a victory over Montour, where they stopped a 2-point conversion at the end of regulation to beat Montour 14-13. So this is another rematch of a conference game that Newcastle won 18-12 earlier this year, which was just a back-and-forth game that Newcastle's freshman quarterback Marino Graham drove the team down the field for a game-winning touchdown the last time these two met. So both 4A semifinals should be really, really good matchups.
Ian, if this is our last chat with you this year, we certainly appreciate taking the time to talk with us all season long, and if anything big pops up in the off season, maybe after we find out some new conferences and classifications, we'll certainly check back in with you.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me all year. I really appreciate it. Folks can follow me on Twitter at WPIAL_Blitz. I have a WPIAL Blitz Facebook page. You can check out the WPIAL Blitz show on YouTube. We'll go all the way through the state championships. We do those live every Monday night at 9:30, or you can watch them anytime you want to. And then also on the Steelers side of things, Steel City Blitz podcast, we do that every Thursday night at 10 o'clock. That's on every major podcasting platform, as well as just check out SteelCityBlitz.com for articles analyzing everything happening with the Steelers, WPIAL playoff game previews, and I'll definitely have analysis of what's going on with WPIAL realignment as we get into that further into the wintertime. So I really appreciate you guys having me this year. It's been great, and best of luck to everything moving forward down there.
That's Ian McMillan from Steel City Blitz. Always enjoy his insight here on WMBS. Again, in single A quarterfinal round action tonight, Frazier taking on Bishop Canevin. Will have the starting lineups in the opening kickoff on the way next.
Any day is a good day to shop at Reese Warehouse, where you will find your favorite brands of furniture, bedding, and appliances at great prices every day. Plus great service, such as delivery and setup in your home, and no interest financing available for qualified buyers. Shop Monday through Friday, 9 until 6, and Saturday, 9 till 5. Reese Warehouse, the Superstore, Gans Woodbridge Road in Smithfield. And Reese Warehouse thanks you for choosing them as the 2024 Best in Fayette Appliance and Mattress Store.
Now is the perfect time to upgrade your outdoor area with a new fence from All Around Fence Company. Conveniently located at 7896 National Pike, Uniontown. All Around Fence has been installing quality residential, commercial, and farm fencing for more than 45 years. Offering residential fencing including chain link, decorative aluminum, steel, and more, All Around Fence has the fence for you. All Around Fence is also your one-stop shop for nutrient products and also carries livestock, equine, and pet supplies. So if you need to upgrade an existing fence, add a new gate, or are considering the installation of an all-new fence, All Around Fence has the answers you need. Visit them Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 to 1. Or give them a call at 724-439-0331. To learn more, visit allaroundfence.com.
Uniontown Liquidation Outlet wants to thank you for buying our special Fayette 2025. Come shop with us for the lowest prices around. We have toys, home goods, tools, electronics, and much more. We offer layaway, so stop in today and ask us how it works. We are located inside the Uniontown Mall.
The Uniontown Liquidation Outlet. Visit us on Facebook, Uniontown Liquidation Outlet.
Hope to see you soon.
This is attorney Michael Mays of the Davis & Davis Law Firm. We have been helping injured people just like you recover millions of dollars for over 45 years. If you're hurt or injured, I want to meet you and make sure you get the money that you deserve. Call me at 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. The Davis & Davis Law Firm has been protecting our neighbors in Greene and Fayette counties for over 45 years. Go to davisanddavislaw.com or call 724-437-2799 for your free consultation.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas, open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Ready to score big on your next home? Well, great news. Huge savings are waiting for you at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. From open floor plans perfect for game day parties to energy-efficient homes that will help you save money all season long, these homes are built to deliver. Don't wait on the sidelines. Make the winning play today and find the home that fits your family and lifestyle. Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon at 4500 Route 51. State Representative Ryan Warner, proud Frazier High School graduate, congratulates the Frazier Commodores football team on an incredible season and their trip to the playoffs. Your dedication, teamwork, and spirit truly reflects the best of our community. To the players, coaches, and families, congratulations on a fantastic season and best of luck as you enter the playoffs. Go Doors!
Hey, love, I'm Tiffany from Tiffany Smith Fine Art Studios, serving up confidence boost in Perryopolis in our brand new luxury studio in downtown Pittsburgh. I'm not just here to take your picture. I'm here to help you remember who you are. Whether it's been a wild few years or you're just feeling a little blah, this is your permission slip to feel powerful again. You'll laugh, maybe cry, and leave feeling like that girl. Book your experience at TiffanySmithFineArtStudios.com because you deserve to be seen.
Brian Morozak and Tony Hinoa back here in Cannonsburg. The rain has pretty much subsided, Tony. We're ready for some high school playoff football here in about 9 minutes. The Frazier Commodores taking on the Bishop Canevin Crusaders. Frazier seated 11th, Bishop Canevin seated 3rd, and Tony has our starting lineups. As always, they're being brought to you by SWGI Specialists, now U.S. Digestive Health at Uniontown. A different name, but the same team providing the same exceptional digestive care to our communities. Wishing the best of luck to our Fayette County teams.
All right, thanks, Brian. Let's start out with the Frazier Commodores offense first. Starting at left tackle will be Dylan Krakowski. Their left guard will be Brent Rice. The center tonight will be Gus Lyon. Right guard will be Ethan Tabai. The right tackle will be Alex Sellinger. The tight end will be Brandon Gardner. Wideouts will be Chase Fulmer and Brent Alexson. In the backfield tonight will be Derek Diamond and Tyler Morrison. And the starting quarterback tonight, Brady Seacrest. On defense for the Commodores, it'll be Tabai on the defensive end on the left side, Martin Diamond at defensive tackle, Alex Selinger is the defensive tackle on the right side. Dylan Krukowski, defensive end. The linebackers for across will be Tyler Morrison, Derek Diamond, Noah Baczynski, and Brandon Gardner. And the defensive secondary will be Chris Petruska, Chase Fulmer, and Lincoln Dye. On the other side for the Bishop Canevin Crusaders, offensively, a big left tackle, Charles Butler, 6'6", 330 junior, a 3-year starter. So
I can imagine how big he's going to be as a senior next year.
Going to be a little tough to get around him. The left guard will be Lawrence Lynch. The center will be Justin Phillips. The right guard will be Keon Mathis. The right tackle will be Mar Vessels. The tight end will be Minikin Johnson. Wideouts will be Justin Melvin and Alex Kirk. In the backfield, the running back will be Monte Mott. And the starting quarterback today will be DeMar Olds. Defensively, Lamar Wade and Anthony Evans get to start at defensive ends. Charles Butler at defensive tackle along with Justin Phillips. The linebackers again, 4 across. Minikin Johnson, a West Virginia recruit, but he's actually been talked to by Penn State here lately. Chris Smith getting a start at linebacker. Noah Steele and Dominic Cisnero Torres. Defensive backs will be DeMar Olds, Thomas Coates, and Dante Jones.
We're hoping for a competitive game here, Tony. The Frazier Commodores and the Bishop Canevin Crusaders. We're going to pause now for the national anthem. We'll take a quick timeout and be back with the opening kickoff. Bishop Canevin and Frazier here from Canon Mac. WPIAL Single A quarterfinal round action here on WMBS.
For 84 years, Perry Drug Store has been family-owned and proud to serve the Perryopolis area. Recently voted one of the best in Fayette County, they're your trusted hometown pharmacy, offering expert prescription service, home health care, beauty, and over-the-counter needs. And they accept all insurances. Open 7 days a week for your convenience. Perry Drug Store puts your health first. With flu shots, vaccines, and all boosters available. Call 724-736-4422 or stop by on Independence Street in Perryopolis. Perry Drug Store, wishing the Frazier Commodores the best of luck in the playoffs.
I'm attorney Bill Martin, partner at Radcliffe Martin Law. If you were injured in an accident, don't know where to turn, and want to know what your rights are, we'd be happy to meet with you. We're local and have helped hundreds of people here in Fayette County recover in accident cases. Most importantly, we pride ourselves on being able to locate coverage or find claims that other attorneys may have missed. Call us about your case at 724-439-3939. Radcliffe Martin Law, your local injury attorney.
Do you have a job around the house that you just aren't sure how to tackle? Then it's time to call Fulham's Full Service, your Best in Fayette gold medal winner for professional maintenance and handyman. Fully licensed and insured, owner Cody Fulham does it all, from home renovations and repairs to landscaping and auto detailing. Needless to say, he's ready to help you. Call Fulham's today at 724-466-4194 and follow them on Facebook to learn more about their projects and the work they can do for you.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a proud supporter of local high school sports. In fact, their annual charity golf outing has contributed dozens of scholarships to Fayette County students. The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, wishing all of our local high school teams a great season.
Back here in Canonsburg, about 5 minutes away from kicking it off tonight, the Frazier Commodores taking on the Bishop Canevin Crusaders. Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanula, Carl Childs behind the camera on our YouTube live video feed, and Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law studios. And Tony, might end up being a pretty decent night for high school football. The temperature not too cold yet. The rain for now has stopped. We're hoping for a dry night.
Well, hoping for a dry night and hoping those winds don't kick in either. I know they were calling for 20 to 30 mile an hour winds, and that'd be the last thing that either one of these two teams want to see. So hopefully the rain will hold out, and I'm looking forward to a good game here, Brian.
And Tony, certainly lots of playoff history with Bishop Canevin. They played in their first WPIAL title game back in 1983, lost to Jeanette in the 2A finals. 7 years later, they upset Washington 21-20 to win the 1990 Class 2A WPIAL championship. But they've had a lot of recent success as well.
Had a lot of recent success. I think this is their 5th straight playoff season for them. So, and they've been tough. They made it to the semifinals last year, and they're looking to get there again this year.
They fell to Clairton last year, 24-0 in the WPIAL semifinals. Ended up the 2024 campaign with a 9-3 record, and who knows, they might meet Clairton again next week if they knock off Frazier and Clairton knocks off Jeanette. Would be a rematch in the semifinal round.
Yeah, I was just going to say that they may, if they happen to beat Frazier here tonight, they may see Clairton again next week.
And, of course, for Frazier, what a great return to the postseason this year. Playoff wins, though, have kind of been few and far between over the last couple of years. Prior to last week against California, the last time the Commodores had won a playoff game back in 2015, had playoff wins over Southside Beaver and Shenango. Prior to that, they had not had a playoff win since 1983.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, though, Coach Padalini has them ready, and they're believing in themselves.
Yes.
I mean, they played a really good game last week against Cal, and you know what? I mean, Bishop Canevin's going to be a tough opponent here tonight, but tell you what, I think that Frazier's actually up for the task.
Yeah, you can kind of sense the different era of Frazier playoff football, and the Commodores actually on the near side. We're on the visitors' side here today. The Commodores in the away whites with red numbers and black trim, and you'll see them directly in front of us. Bishop Canevin will be off on the far side. Their uniforms kind of look like North Carolina's alternate uniforms with the gray shirts and pants, white numbers, and Carolina blue trim.
Yeah, they're nice uniforms. I kind of like them. And the nice part is we can see the numbers on both teams.
Yes, yes, very easy to see, and we're pretty close to the field as well. We'll have a nice vantage point for all of the action here tonight between the Frazier Commodores and the Bishop Canevin Crusaders. The rain earlier certainly seemed to keep a lot of folks away here, Tony. The stands here on the near side just partially filled up, and maybe 100, 150 fans there on the far side as well.
Well, yeah, and you got to wonder, it might be a lot of people waiting in the car before the game starts. I mean, really don't want to take a chance with the rain, but you're right. I think the weather kind of put things away, and well, you know what? There's still a lot of support here for both teams.
And certainly appreciate all the folks watching back at home as well. Our live YouTube video stream courtesy of PA State Representative Ryan Warner, Tiffany Smith Fine Arts Studio, Perry Volunteer Fire Department, Gene and Boots, Sandy Howe Notary Services, and their owners, Ed and Sandy Walensky, Ford of Uniontown, Uniontown Liquidation Outlet, Napa Auto Parts, and Perry Drug as the Bishop Canevin Crusaders now enter the field on the far side as well. And we'll have the ceremonial coin toss. We believe when they actually had it about a half hour ago, Frazier won the toss and deferred, so Bishop Canevin expected to get the football here to get this game underway.
Yeah, kind of interesting. You would have thought that Frazier would have got the ball, tried to control the clock early on and see what happens. But if they deferred, let's see if they can stop this potent Bishop Canevin offense.
Remember, they deferred last week against California, stopped the Trojans on the opening drive, and then when they got the football back, capitalized on a touchdown pass from Brady Seacrest to Chase Fulmer, then went with an onside kick and got the football back as well. And ball control was certainly a key for the Commodores last week in the first-round playoff win over California.
Oh, most definitely, and that's the thing. We saw some long drives, run a lot of clock, keep the ball in play, and got a feeling that's what they're looking to do here tonight.
And you mentioned last week during the broadcast as well, Tony, Derek Diamond, he's had some heavy workloads this season, enters the game tonight, 280 carries for 1,767 yards and 17 total touchdowns.
Yeah, when we looked at those numbers last week, I mean, he's carried 39, 38. Even last week he carried 34 times for 110 yards. So he is the workhorse for Frazier. And actually there was only between he and Seacrest, only one other person touched the ball on the run.
It's going to be interesting to see, though, if they can get him the workload to be effective here tonight against a very athletic Bishop Canevin defense.
It's going to rely a lot on the offensive line. If they're able to move Bishop Canevin and run the ball, open some holes for Diamond, it'll be a big touch here that they can actually, if they can do it, it'll definitely help out. But it's going to be a tall task.
Frazier will defend the goal to our right, so Bishop Canevin will get the football and work left to right as we describe it. As we said earlier, Frazier did win the opening coin toss and decided to defer, so they'll get the football to start the third quarter. So no rain right now. The turf certainly wet here in Canonsburg, and the Frazier Commodores in the WPIAL quarterfinals for the first time in 10 years. Remember in that 2015 season, Tony, they advanced to the semifinals before Clairton knocked them out of the WPIAL playoffs.
Well, and they're actually trying to look at this as the same, trying to carry on and kind of match up what the 15 team did. And Like I said, Coach Battolini done a nice job as a first-year coach. And you got to look on the other side, too. Rod Steele, in his first year with Bishop Canevin, pulled him out of retirement. I think they said he was retired for 3 months and decided to take the job. So, 2 first-year head coaches. There were 6 of them in 1A, and we have 2 of them here tonight.
And Steele won 2 WPIAL championships at Steel Valley. We saw a lot of him when he was the head coach of the West Mifflin Titans, taking on the likes of Laurel Highlands and Uniontown over the years. And this single-A classification, interesting. You 9th seeded Neshannock knock off Leechburg last week. 12th seeded Chartiers Houston knocked off Southside Beaver. And then you also had wins by number 10 Jeanette, number 11 Frazier. So you actually had 4 upsets in the single-A first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, and kind of surprising. That'll tell you really balanced, and that's a good thing. And as we said, Frazier beat a good California team last week, and again, Bishop Canevin able to outscore Greensburg Central in the fourth quarter for their win.
Oh, and Searcy to send it away. It'll be a little squib kick down on the far side. It's a live ball picked up by DeMar Olds at the 25, and Olds trying to bounce it out down the far boundary, and Olds across the 40 with a flag coming in. Will be ruled out of bounds here right around the 42-yard line, and multiple flags now being thrown here, Tony.
Yeah, I wonder what that is. We've got a couple right in the same vicinity.
One was actually thrown from the near sidelines. Officials discussing things. They ruled Olds out right around the 42-yard line.
Let's see what he says here.
Personal foul against Bishop Canevin.
Wow. Not the way you wanted to start this game, that's for sure.
So an early break.
Oh, they called him offsetting.
Too, yep, offsetting.
Okay. So getting chippy on the opening kickoff.
Didn't take long for that. So we'll get our first look at DeMar Olds. Olds only his 3rd appearance as a quarterback this season. Of course, saw action last week in the first round against Greensburg Central Catholic. Their starting quarterback all season long, Brady Wagner, ruled ineligible for the WPIAL playoffs due to transferring in from Mount Lebanon in the offseason. Olds also saw some action in quarterback against Burgettstown earlier on this season. And he'll start here out of the shotgun with Monte Mott on his right hip. They're going in tight with a little banana bunch to the right side, but Mott running left side, and Mott maybe a half a yard there. Not much running room against this tough Frazier defense.
And tried to go right behind the 6'6", 330-pound Butler, but good stop there by Frazier.
And just as this game gets underway, some rain showers start to fall again. You actually have the rain blowing in from right to left right now, right in the face of this Bishop Canevin offense. So 2nd down and a long 9 here for the Crusaders. Olds back out of the shotgun, will take the snap, run the whole way here on the near side, will try to cut up the field, and Olds able to get across the midfield stripe down to the Frazier 49-yard line. Tackled there by Derek Diamond. Will be a gain of 8 on the play to bring up 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, a pretty nice block there to spring him on Mott. Actually kicked out, made a nice block, opened a hole there for Olds, and made it a more manageable 3rd and 1.
Ball now on the near hash mark, the Frazier 49, with the rain falling here in Cannonsburg. Holds the long run over to the far sidelines to get the play as the Crusaders come to the line. Play clock down to 9. And now you have Olds in a semi-loaded pistol. Will take the snap. Actually ran into the running back Mott, who gets the carry there. And Mott only needed 1, got 2 to pick up a Bishop Canevin first down.
He had a nice run there. Just put his head down and picked up the 2 that he needed. And the first down for Bishop Canevin.
And Carl hustling there to bring out the towels a little bit there to cover up the camera with the rain falling there again. If you see the shaky camera, that's Carl just trying to keep things a little bit dry right now on this rainy Friday night quarterfinal round of the WPIAL single-A playoffs. All 6 classifications in action tonight, and actually have semifinal round action in both 4A and 6A tonight as well. Olds back out of a traditional shotgun, head off to Mott on the far side. Look out here. Mott with some running room inside the 35 and then down to the 30-yard line. A 17-yard run for Monte Mott, the 5'8", 180-pound junior running back. Came into the game 70 carries, 376 yards, and 16 total touchdowns on the season.
Yeah, and really not gaudy numbers. You would have thought that he would have had, close to 1,000 yards rushing, but really not. But those 16 touchdowns don't hurt.
And they've spread the wealth around a lot so far this season, and also played a pretty tough schedule as well. And remember, Olds who is their quarterback tonight, was a wide receiver throughout much of the season, had 19 receptions for 402 yards and 12 touchdowns. Now first and 10 here for Bishop Canevin. Far hash mark Frazier 30. Inside handoff to Mott. Mott breaking a couple of tackles, and he'll get down close to another Bishop Canevin first down. Needed 10, got 10, down to the Commodores 20.
Yeah, and Mott all of a sudden 4 carries for 30 yards. Picked up the third first down in this series.
We played almost 3 minutes here in the opening quarter. Bishop Canevin first to touch the football, and they're down to the Frazier 20-yard line. Ball on the far hash mark as the Crusaders break huddle. And Olds now back in a pistol set with Mott behind him. Banana bunch off to the left. Mott getting the football here again with a big hole. Mott inside the 10, Mott inside the 5, and Mott into the end zone for a Bishop Canevin touchdown from 20 yards out.
And he made that look easy. Picked up a quick 50 yards on that set of downs, and Mott just sprung it out to the left side, again running over Butler. And a lot of room and able to go in untouched.
Yeah, you credit that Bishop Canevin offensive line just opening up a huge hole there for Mott to give the Crusaders a 6-0 lead over the Frazier Commodores here at the 8:53 mark of the opening quarter. And now Leo Shorthouse on for the extra point. He's made 27 extra points so far this season. Olds is the holder, and Shorthouse's kick is up on the way and good. And with 8:53 left here in the opening quarter, it's 7-0 Bishop Canevin over Frazier. And we're back in 60 here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night broadcast presented by PA State Representative Ryan Warner.
Casey's Sports Cafe, located at 243 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown and owned by the Vernon family, wants you to know they have new hours. Monday and Friday from 7 to 3, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday 7 to 7, and Saturday and Sunday 7 to 2. Come on into Casey's and check out their new menu ideas and entrees. They can also cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. Call 724-550-4126. Casey's, the best in Fayette County.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Leo Shorthouse to kick off here for Bishop Canevin as the Crusaders lead the Commodores 7-0. Little bobble there from Fulmer, able to regain and chase Fulmer here on the near side. Some pretty moves up the field across the 35 up to the 36-yard line before he was upended by William Lee III, and that's where Frazier will start first and 10. But that Bishop Canevin opening touchdown, Tony. Monte Mott, a 20-yard run. Shorthouse adding the extra point. A 6-play, 58-yard drive that took 3:08 off the clock.
Yeah, and Mott with 5 carries for 50 yards on that set of downs. And, and looking at his numbers, Brian, the numbers aren't gaudy, but he averages 12.5 yards a carry and pretty much did that there. All of a sudden, 10 yards a carry in that first set of downs.
Frazier coming to the line here with Seacrest under center. 2 I-backs, Diamond dotting the I, a wide out to each side. And now Brent Alexson coming in motion off to the far side as Seacrest takes the snap. Handoff coming near side, Diamond, and Diamond reaching up to the 40-yard line. A 4-yard gain there for Derek Diamond. And we talked about Diamond's numbers so far this season, Tony. 280 carries, 1,767 yards, and 17 total touchdowns.
Yeah, had a fantastic year for Frazier, and like we said, had a good game last week. And on that particular carry there, I thought he was going to be stopped for no gain at all, but able to fight his way through and pick up 4 yards.
Yeah, good battle there on the ground from Diamond, and you can just sense a different energy on this Frazier team under first-year head coach Tony Battolini. Back to 2 I-backs, and Diamond getting the football again, and Diamond able to pick up 3 that time, right up the gut, some contact here after the whistle. No flag, but a 3-yard gain for Diamond, bringing that up to the 40. Actually didn't get a good spot there. Tony only gave him 2 up to the 42. So it'll be 3rd down and about 4 here for the Commodores.
Yeah, he kind of backed that one up pretty quickly there, I tell you. Thought he got a bad spot too, but Frazier, we hate to say it's a big play already, but really need to get something here just to keep this drive alive and keep this Bishop Canevin offense off the field.
7:33 left here in the opening quarter. And the Commodores down 7-0 early on. Diamond again for a 3rd straight time, trying to come near side, and Diamond being brought down here at the 43-yard line, about 2 yards short of the first down. Actually might have advanced up there to the 44. They'll need the 46 for a first down. So it'll be 4th down and 2. And decision time here for head coach Tony Battolini.
Yeah, big decision is right. Do you give Bishop Canevin, if you don't make it, in Frazier territory? I don't know. I got to think they're going to try to draw him offside and then possibly punt if that doesn't happen.
4th and 2. Offense still on the field with 2 I-backs, a wideouts each side. 6:48 left here in the opening quarter. Bishop Canevin trying to clog the box, and they're going to snap it, hand off to Diamond again, and Diamond breaking it free into Bishop Canevin territory. Diamond trying to stay on his feet and takes it down to the Crusaders' 35-yard line.
And a nice block on the outside by Fulmer to spring Diamond for that big gain.
21-yard gain there for Derek Diamond, the 6', 220-pound junior back, and Frazier has a 1st and 10 here at the Bishop Canevin 35-yard line.
And we said gutsy call there on 4th down early in this game, but nice job by the offensive line by Frazier. And as we said, Chase Fulmer with a great block on the outside.
And Canevin had so many guys in tight there as well, Tony. Once Diamond kind of got past that initial line, a lot of little running room there down the field, and now Seacrest looking to put it up. He's looking deep near side into double coverage. Falls incomplete. Chase Fulmer, the intended wide receiver. Fulmer entering this game, 53 receptions, 714 yards, and 8 touchdowns. 3 of those last week in the first round of the playoffs against California, but they weren't fooling Bishop Canevin there.
Not at all, and you can see that you had two defensive backs covering Fulmer there. They kind of did their scouting report well ahead of time here tonight, so Seacrest really no place to go with that pass.
Mentioned Rod Steele, 2-time WPIAL champion coach at Steel Valley. He's been around the block now. 2nd and 10 from the 35. Back on the ground game to Diamond, breaking a couple of tackles, and Derek Diamond able to pick up 7 inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line.
I'll tell you what, he runs hard. He does a nice job. I mean, really, not extremely big, but boy, is he strong up the middle.
So 3rd and 3 here for Frazier. Line of scrimmage, the Bishop Canevin 28-yard line.
Now and again, a manageable 3rd down.
And the winner to take on either Clareton or Jeanette next week in the WPIAL semis. 3rd and 3, back to Diamond again. Diamond trying to break a couple of tackles here on the near side. He's going to carry a couple of Crusaders for another Frazier 1st down. Needed 3 and got 3.
That was an impressive run. He actually carried Butler, the 6'6", 330-pound defensive tackle, and just drug him along for the 1st down. They haven't waved the sticks on yet?
No, it's right at the 1st down marker line.
They're going to mark. They're going to come out.
The official on the far side is saying 1st down.
I was going to say.
I actually thought he got inside the 25.
I did too.
They put it down right at the 25. Nonetheless, another Frazier 1st down, and we're down to 5:15 left here in this opening quarter. Again, Bishop Canevin struck first on a 20-yard touchdown run from Monte Mott, but Frazier trying to answer here on this drive. With Seacrest under center, 2 I-backs and twin receivers to the far side. Bishop Canevin in tight as the handoff again goes to Diamond right up the gut. No running room that time for Derek Diamond. Stop for no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, just no place to go. Good job by Butler to jam that hole up from his defensive tackle position. And Diamond just caught as soon as he got the handoff.
Actually said he lost a yard back to the 26. So it'll be 2nd and 11. Down to 4:50 left here in the opening quarter.
Maybe Frazier won just a little slant pattern here to Fulmer right over the middle.
Haven't seen Seacrest complete a pass yet on this opening drive, but Diamond certainly has got the job done on the ground. 2 I-backs once again. Seacrest under center, takes the snap. He's going to put it up far side of the pass, in and out of the hands of Chase Fulmer. Took a pretty good shot there from DeMar Olds. Pass falls incomplete. And it'll be 3rd down and 11.
Yeah, and the ball was thrown hard, and I think he might have seen Olds coming a little bit out of the corner of his eye. Went right through his hand. So now 3rd down for Frazier, and you got to pick up 10 here to keep this drive alive.
They're pretty much in no man's land at this point of the field here, Tony, at the Bishop Canevin 26. Not close enough to attempt a field goal, and obviously you're not going to punt from this situation either.
No.
So you have 2 downs to pick up 11 yards. Same formation here with Seacrest under center, wide outs each side, 2 I-backs. Diamond dots the I. Diamond will get the football. Diamond here on the near side with a couple of blocks, and Diamond's going to take it inside the 15 and should have enough here for a Frazier first down, depending on the spot.
I'll tell you what, Tyler Morrison threw a fantastic block there to give Diamond some room, and it's going to be extremely close. Let's see where they mark it here.
Put it right down at the 15-yard line. Should be another first down. It is.
I would think so, too, yep.
Here for the Frazier Commodores. So Frazier keeping this drive alive with 4:19 left here in the opening quarter.
And again, eating up some clock. They got the ball with 8:53 to go here. We're down to 4 minutes.
And time of possession was so key last week in Frazier's first-round playoff win over California. So 1st and 10 now from the 15-yard line. With Seacrest under center, handoff going there to Diamond, and Diamond breaking a couple of tackles again and taking it down to the 6-yard line. A 9-yard run there for Derek Diamond.
Diamond pretty much having his way right up the middle. Kind of surprising. We thought that this Bishop Canevin front was going to be pretty tough to get by, but they're doing a nice job offensively.
Only gave him 8 there, actually marked him down at the 7-yard line. So 2nd and 2. Twin receivers out to the far side. Seacrest under center, 2 I-backs. Diamond gets the football, ran into one of his offensive linemen, able to sidestep off to his right, and should have enough here for another Frazier first down, taking it down right around the 5-yard line.
I was going to say, he ran into his own player, but really didn't stop him. Maybe actually gave him a little bit of an advantage.
They're going to put it down right at the 5-yard line, and another Frazier first down. 1st and goal here for the Commodores.
And a nice job there. This offensive line doing a great job for Frazier.
And last week, Bishop Canevin won a shootout game with Greensburg Central Catholic, 50-35, a game in which they trailed at halftime. And Frazier trying to keep this one a little more under control here today. 1st and goal now from the Bishop Canevin 5. Seacrest, handoff Diamond again. This time Diamond wrestled down right at the line of scrimmage. They try to go off tackle right side. Ran into William Lee the third initially, and they got finished off by Lemire Wade.
Yeah, and really no place to go there. Just a nice, tough defensive stand by the Bishop Canevin Crusaders.
Now 2nd down and goal from the Bishop Canevin 5-yard line. We're down, Tony, to 2:48 left here in this opening quarter.
Well, this is going to be the 14th play of this drive, Brian. You already have 11 carries for 65 yards for Diamond.
Seacrest under center again. Diamond's the lone back, and he ran into Seacrest. Diamond gets the football, no running room there on the right side. Looked like a little miscommunication there in the backfield. I think Seacrest thought he was going one way. Diamond intended to run the other way.
Well, we've seen that twice already. So you're right, a little bit of miscommunication, and you would think at this stage of the game, in the second round of the playoffs, you wouldn't see any mistakes like that, but we saw it twice on this drive.
Now 3rd down and goal from just outside the 5-yard line. Seacrest taking his time there, getting the play from head coach Tony Battolini. Play clock down to 10 as they break huddle. Seacrest back under center. They reset at the line. Double tights, 2 I-backs. Fulmer, the lone wideout, comes in motion to the near side as Seacrest takes the snap. A little bootleg out to the right. He's going to throw on the run. Back corner of the end zone, and the ball was dropped in and out of the hands of the intended wide receiver, the tight end, Brandon Gardner, number 24.
And he looked like he had some space in the back of the end zone right there, but just couldn't pull it in. And a pretty nice bootleg there by Seacrest, but he's now 0 for 3, and you got a 4th and goal. And obviously you got to think that Frazier's going to go for it. Field goals at this stage, I don't think it's going to do any good. You got to keep scoring touchdowns with this Bishop Canevin offense.
And 4th and goal from just outside the 5-yard line. Ball on the right hash mark. 1:41 left here in the opening quarter. Bishop Canevin leading 7-0 on a Monte Mott 20-yard touchdown run. So 4th and goal here from the Bishop Canevin 6. Seacrest under center. Diamond the lone back. Seacrest, hard count, takes the snap, and a lob pass, near side, single coverage pass falls incomplete.
Man.
Was intended there for Brent Alexson. There was a lot of contact. Frazier wanted interference. They did not get it, but the Commodores turned the football over on downs. With 1:35 left here in the opening quarter, Bishop Canevin 7, Frazier nothing. We'll take a quick 30 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
McClure & Wolf, Certified Public Accountants, your full-service accounting firm serving the tri-state area since 1926, is conveniently located at 538 Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Offering tax, accounting, auditing, payroll, management advisory, and estate planning services, McClure & Wolf is recognized as an industry leader in providing their clients with quality professional services. To find out more about their services, visit them online at www.mcclurewolfcpas.com or give them a call at 724-437-2000 for McClure & Wolf, Certified Public Accountants.
Back here at the 5-yard line for Bishop Canevin, a long drive for Frazier. Commodores come up empty, and now going back to the ground here, Mott and Bishop Canevin with a big run, and Mott's going to break it. Look out here into Frazier territory. No one's going to touch him. He's going to go 94 yards for a Bishop Canevin touchdown.
An extremely impressive run there, and again off the left side, off of Butler's side, and Mott just showing the speed that he has.
How deflating is that, Tony? After a long drive from Frazier, defense back on the field, and they give up a 94-yard touchdown run.
Well, that's the thing, Brian. They had the ball for 7 minutes and 18 seconds, ran 16 plays during that drive, but nothing to show for it.
So Mott, a 94-yard run, and now Bishop Canevin up 13-0 here at the 1:19 mark of the first, with an extra point upcoming here for Leo Shorthouse. This to give Bishop Canevin a 14-point lead. Olds puts the snap down. Kick up on the way and good. And with 1:19 left here in the opening quarter, it's Bishop Canevin 14. Frazier nothing. We're back at 60 seconds here in the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night, a broadcast presented by State Representative Ryan Warner.
Chris Parker Jr., Trick or Treat is over. What's going on at Autoland?
Treats continue here at Autoland with 0% for 60 months on all 25 Tucsons and Santa Fe's.
0% for 60 months?
That's right. 0% for 5 years on the award-winning all-wheel drive Tucson and Santa Fe's with third-row seating. Plus 0% on the hybrid Tucson and Santa Fe's. Don't want 0% financing? Choose HMF bonus cash up to $4,500 on Santa Fe's. Winter weather is coming. Now's the time to get your all-wheel drive SUV with 0% financing and have a vehicle big enough for the family and hauling gifts. Did you know Hyundai is also the most awarded brand by the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety for the past 2 years?
And every new Hyundai purchase includes Hyundai Assurance, America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain protection, and 3-year free complimentary maintenance. Autoland Hyundai, downtown Uniontown, or online at AutolandHyundai.com.
And you always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
Leo Shorthouse descended away. 2 touchdowns for Monte Mott. The difference, that's a live ball. Commodores finally pick it up there with Chase Fulmer, and he's going nowhere. Stop back at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, just that ball just laid on the ground for a long time there, Brian. Fortunately for Frazier, able to get to it, and you got to wonder, maybe getting a little slippery on that turf with this rain.
Yeah, rain seems to be picking up in intensity right now. We have 1:15 left in the opening quarter. Again, Frazier took much of the time off the clock, Tony, in that opening quarter with a drive down to the Bishop Canevin 6-yard line. But turning the football over on downs, now the Commodores get it back, working right to left as we describe it, but they're down 2 touchdowns.
Well, yeah, so far Frazier's had the ball for 7 minutes, 18 seconds. Bishop Canevin only 3:24, but they're up 14-0.
Seacrest handoff here to Diamond. Maybe a half-yard gain there. Not much running room there for Diamond here on the near side.
That's 3 straight carries for him without a gain. As we said, already has 13 carries, 65 yards. But right now, this Bishop Canevin team looking to bottle him up.
A 2nd and 9 now for Frazier. Down to 45 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Seacrest coming back to the line. 2 eye backs, twin receivers to the near side from the Frazier 16. The Diamond again looking for running room up the middle. And Diamond able to take it up to the 21. Gain of 4. I mean, 3rd down and 5. And Frazier won't have to snap it again here if they don't want to end the opening quarter.
And that's going to do it.
Play clock at 27, game clock at 15. Commodores in no hurry, so we'll switch sides of the field, and we'll go to the second quarter with Bishop Canevin off of 2 touchdown runs of Monte Mott of 20 and 94 yards, leading the Frazier Commodores 14-0. We're back in 60 seconds here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night broadcast presented by State Representative Ryan Warner.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas, open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Back here in Cannonsburg, Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanola, Carl Childs behind the camera on our YouTube live video feed, and Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law studios. Appreciate you joining us for WPIAL Single A quarterfinal round playoff action here at Canon McMillan High School. Our live video, courtesy of PA State Representative Ryan Warner, Tiffany Smith Fine Art Studios, Perry Volunteer Fire Department, Gene and Boots, Sandy Howe Notary Services, owners Ed and Sandy Walensky, Ford of Uniontown Liquidation Outlet, Napa Auto Parts, and Perry Drug. So we switch sides of the field. Frazier now working left to right as we describe it. We're facing a 3rd and 5 here from their own 21-yard line, and now flags come in. This might be against Bishop Canevin here, Tony. Frazier's clapping their hands.
Might be an offside. Looks like they might have lined up offside. And they did.
That's the call. This would be very close here. They're going to say first down. It was 3rd and 5. Looked to maybe be 3rd and a long 5, but they're going to give the Commodores the first down even before the opening snap here in the second quarter.
Yeah, and you're right. I thought it might have been just a hair short, but
I did too.
Yeah, referees didn't see it that way, so good for Frazier and keeps this drive alive, their second drive of the game.
The Commodores will take it for sure. And they'll come to the line here with Seacrest back under center. They'll spread the field a little bit. Twin receivers to each side. Diamond the lone back. And now Seacrest gets under center. 1st and 10 from the Frazier 26. Seacrest taking the snap, hand off to Diamond. He gets 8 up and then driven back. And it once again there seemed, Tony, like there was a little miscommunication there on the snap where Diamond wasn't exactly sure where to run.
Yeah.
And almost ran into Seacrest again.
Totally agree with you, Brian. That's the 3rd time we've seen that. That's going to be about a 2-yard loss for Diamond.
So 2nd and 12. You might be seeing Seacrest being forced to put it up here. I think certainly different conditions. You look back at last week's game against California, didn't have the precipitation falling like we do tonight.
Yeah, and a little bit of a breeze because it's blowing from right to left as we're looking at it. It's going to make it tough to throw, especially with a wet ball.
And the play clock is going to expire. Did Frazier get a timeout there? They did. With 11:14 left before halftime. Bishop Canevin 14, Frazier nothing. We're back at 60 here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night broadcast presented by PA State Representative Ryan Warner.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-666-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt.
Back here in Cannonsburg, Frazier with the football after the timeout, facing a 2nd and 12. Seacrest under center is going to put it up with pressure coming, and Seacrest is going to be sacked back at the 15-yard line by that Division I prospect you talked about, Tony, Minnicon Johnson.
Minnicon Johnson, and you could see why West Virginia. He committed there, and now Penn State talking to him, but you could see a lot of speed off the edge. That's about a 10-yard loss there for Seacrest.
Now, Rod Steele told me, hey, it's just a verbal for him down to West Virginia. He has other schools looking at him. We mentioned an offer coming in this past week from Penn State. They're probably looking for anybody they can get, though, right now, Tony.
Yeah, I think they're even calling up alumni right now.
So 3rd and 21. Tough spot here for the Commodores. Seacrest under center, 2 I-backs. He's going to attempt to put it up. Looking near side, pass overthrown, intended for Chase Fulmer. Double coverage, late flag coming out.
You're going to have roughing the quarterback.
He also had a Frazier lineman that got knocked down there late as well.
I think
as Alex Sellinger got decked after the play.
No, I think you're going to have a roughing the quarterback for sure.
Personal foul against Frazier. Wow.
I'm going to guess that's going to be declined, or do they?
Well, that's going to be a dead ball foul. I think that was after the play had ended.
Interesting.
It will be 4th down.
So it's going to be about a 7-yard penalty for them, half the distance to the goal.
They're going to have to punt here.
On 4th and 29.
I don't believe they attempted a punt last week.
Did not.
Against California.
We thought that they were going to. There was a few times that we thought, but they ended up going for it and picking up the first down.
And Owen Searcy about 5 yards deep in his own end zone. We'll send it away here for Frazier. High snap. We have a flag coming in.
Yeah, it's going to be a false start, so move it back again half the distance.
That might have helped Frazier. Searcy might have had some issues getting that one off after the snap.
He's not going to have a whole lot of room to work with now, though. That's the only thing.
And now you'll have Searcy standing about 9 yards deep in his own end zone. Kavir Holman back deep to return. Searcy a line drive kick. And Holman is able to knock it down here at the 35. It's inside the 30, down to the 25. Cuts between defenders.
Wow.
Now trying to come back here to the near side. Holman back to the 30. Flags coming in from everywhere. And Holman finally brought down at the 28-yard line. Did a lot of running there on that punt return for Bishop Canevin.
I tell you what, he covered a lot of ground for not a lot of gain. And good arms by the referees there. I'll tell you what, there was some flags flying from long distances there.
We'll check these penalties. Personal foul, crackback block against Bishop Canevin. And that's going to be the only infraction. One you don't see thrown too much, Tony.
Not at all. It's going to be 15, though.
I'll push them back to the Frazier 42. And they scored on a one-play drive last time out, 94-yard touchdown run for Monte Mott. They'll have it here from the Commodores 42 with 10:05 left before halftime, up 2 touchdowns.
And you're going to have to pretty much guess that Mott's going to get this carry as well.
I would think so.
Run off left end.
I'd do anything else. Already has 2 touchdowns tonight, 18 touchdowns for the season. They had a late substitution coming on here for Bishop Canevin, William Lee III. Now back on as a fullback, and Olds is going to put it up. He's looking deep far side and overthrown. The intended wide receiver, Justin Melvin, had beaten the Frazier defensive back on the play, Lincoln Dye, but the pass just overthrown there from Olds and falls incomplete.
Well, Melvin had 4 catches last week for 141 yards. 2 of those were touchdowns from 66 and 69. And a pretty good throw there by Olds, but just a little too much. And we said that during the pregame, Brian. He's got a pretty nice arm.
So Canevin will put this one down here at the Frazier 42 for 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. And Olds now back in a shotgun with Mott off to his right. Twin receivers to the near side. Now coming in motion, Holman will get it here on the jet sweep. And Holman brought down in the backfield, back at the 45-yard line by Frazier's Dylan Krukowski. Be a 3-yard loss and be 3rd and 13.
And a nice play there by Frazier. Saw Holden in motion, and they kind of had the instinct that it was going to go to him. And a good defensive play for the 3-yard loss. Brings up 3rd and 13 now.
Line of scrimmage now, the Frazier 45 on the far hash mark. And Frazier's defense has been terrific, especially after the start of October. That's when this Commodores team kind of turned it on and took it to another level. Extremely solid last week against California. Now trying to defend a 3rd and 13 with Mott getting the football, and Mott some running room on the far side, and Mott will bring this one close to a Bishop Canevin first down depending on the spot, right around the Frazier 32.
It's going to be, I think they're going to mark him just short, it looks like, from our angle here.
I'm going to mark him about 2 yards short, actually. Didn't get a great spot there at the 34.
No, not at all.
So it'll be 4th down and 2 here for DeMar Olds and the Bishop Canevin Crusaders. 9:05 left before halftime.
Mott already with 7 carries, 155 yards, and as you said, 2 touchdowns.
4th and 2. Let's see if Frazier's defense can step up here with a big stop. Olds back under center, 2 eye backs with Mott again dotting the eye. Wide outs each side, play fake. Olds is going to put it up, single coverage, far side, hold it for a Bishop Canevin touchdown. Justin Melvin.
34-yard touchdown pass. And now Bishop Canevin up 20 to nothing.
For Melvin, his 8th touchdown of the season, came into the game 26 catches for 553 yards.
Picks up right where he left off last week. Had 2 touchdowns on 4 catches. Now all of a sudden gets his first catch of the night for a touchdown.
And a huge score there on a 4th and 2 from the Frazier 34. Now Leo Shorthouse on for the extra point. High snap. Olds is going to pull it down himself and run it in for the 2-point conversion. Just shows how athletic DeMar Olds is. And with 8:55 left before halftime, all Bishop Canevin up 22 to nothing over Frazier. And we're back in 60 on the C.R. Brown Group High School Sports Night broadcast presented by PA State Representative Ryan Warner.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
It's a new day at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, and we're bringing a new level of quality health care to our community. From primary care to specialty services, our team has always put patients first. And now, thanks to our merger with WVU Medicine, our commitment to patient-centered care has grown even stronger. With new resources, a growing staff, and advanced technology, our team is here to provide you with top-quality care when it matters most. Discover the new Uniontown Hospital and see how we've grown.
Leo Shorthouse to kick off here for Bishop Canevin after the 34-yard touchdown pass from DeMar Olds to Justin Melvin. And this kickoff a line drive on the far side is going to check up here at the 5-yard line. So Chase Fulmer has to pick that up. Fulmer at the 15, up to the 20, and just ran into Chris Smith, who drove him down. And that's where Frazier will start 1st and 10. Last drive for Bishop Canevin, a 4-play, 58-yard drive. Took 1:16 off the clock. Olds with a 2-point conversion run to put Canevin up 22 to nothing.
Yeah, and actually thought Frazier was going to get a stop there on that
I did too.
On that 4th down, and just didn't happen that way.
Can you imagine Canevin when they had Olds as a wide receiver with both Olds and Melvin out there? With Wagner throwing to him.
Tell you what, they got a pretty nice squad here. There's no doubt about it.
To be solid year in and year out. We actually saw these two schools play down at Dormont Stadium, opening game of the 2021 season. Pass here knocked down to the line, falls incomplete.
Yeah, 6th attempt from Seacrest, has not completed a pass yet. Good defense there by Bishop Canevin.
Charles Butler Jr. with the pass deflection. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, just went up high and knocked it down. Was looking for that quick wide-out pass.
Reminder, stay tuned at halftime for our Radcliffe Martin halftime show. We'll have some scores around the WPIAL news update and first half stats with Tony. 2nd and 10. Seacrest under center, 2 I-backs, wide outs each side. Seacrest takes the snap, hand off to Diamond, looking for running room up the middle, not going to get anywhere. Brought back again by Charles Butler Jr. Butler Jr., if you missed it earlier, Tony, is 6'6", 330 pounds, and he's a junior, 3-year starter on both sides of the football for this Crusaders team.
Yeah, he's a big fella. There's no doubt about it. Tough to get around him on offense on the left tackle position and on the defensive side as well. On the defensive tackle on the left side, Frazier's not running too much over on that side.
We're down to 8:13 left here in this second quarter. Bishop Canevin up 22-0 over Frazier. Passing situation here for the Commodores. 3rd and 11 from their own 19. Seacrest taking the shotgun snap, looking deep middle, pass overthrown, going right to DeMar Olds on the interception. Olds on the run back inside the 25-20. Olds down the far sideline. It's going to be a pick 6. DeMar Olds taking it back and housing it for a Bishop Canevin touchdown.
48-yard run. Interception and just turned the corner. And no stopping him. So now all of a sudden, Frazier in a very big hole and in a lot of trouble here in the first half.
And for Seacrest, that was only his 4th interception thrown this season. Came into the game 16 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. It was 87 of 163 for 1,265 passing yards.
And that was just overthrown. And 2 defenders back for Bishop Canevin. Olds in the right space, the right time, ready to go.
Now 28-0. Shorthouse to make it 29-0. And that kick just got over the crossbar. It's good. So it's 7:11 left before halftime. A 29-0 lead for Bishop Canevin over Frazier. We're back at 60 here on the CR Prada Group High School Sports Night broadcast presented by PA State Representative Ryan Warner.
Amador Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel to school safely in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Amador Transit is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands High School sports and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about M&R Transit, call them 724-439-3164. 724-439-3164. Or stop by their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
Are you ready to indulge in the best pizza around? Are you looking for a lunch or dinner spot with all your favorite Italian classics coupled with mouth-watering daily specials? Then it's time to visit 2G Brothers Pizza, located at 123 Matthew Drive in Uniontown. Specials and customer favorites include Thursday's Sicilian-style pizza and Saturday's chicken parmesan. Call 724-439-5600 today and let 2G Brothers handle the rest. Your taste buds will be glad you did.
Bishop Canevin now leading Frazier 29-0. 7:11 left here in the second quarter. The last score, DeMar Olds, 48-yard interception return for a touchdown for the Crusaders. Shorthouse, another kickoff line drive after a little juggle there. Brought down by Lincoln Dye, and Dye on the run back, taking it back to the Commodores' 40-yard line. That's where Frazier will start 1st and 10, but in a huge hole right now, Tony. Down 4 touchdowns plus.
Yeah, and a couple big plays, as you mentioned, Brian. That 4th down, that 34-yard touchdown pass, and then the 48-yard interception return by Olds. So had a hand in the last 2 touchdowns, and right now, Frazier, and the thing of it is they haven't been able to do anything passing-wise. Diamond getting a lot of work, 16 carries for 67 yards, but they've bottled him up the last couple possessions.
Those defensive backs, I think, just too athletic right now for the Frazier wide receivers to really get open down the field. But Frazier starting this drive with good field position at their own 40. Diamond, another inside handoff. He's had more success going to the outside, and Diamond stopped there for no gain to bring up 2nd down and 10. Down to 6:54 left here in the second quarter. Reminder, stay tuned after the game for the Trib Live scoreboard show with Don Rebel. Scores from all around the WPIAL, 6 classifications in action tonight. Semifinal round games in 4A and 6A, and quarterfinal round games in the other 4 classifications.
Some interesting stat here, Brian. So Diamond, the first 10 carries, had 65 yards. On the last 7 carries, 2.
Yes.
Then, like I said, they've really just collapsed on him, and that's the way it is.
2nd and 10 now from the Frazier 40. Seacrest back under center, putting it up, and that pass falls incomplete. Closest Commodore wide receiver there was Lincoln Dive. You talk about a quick turning point in this game. Frazier had a 1st and goal, the Bishop Canevin 5-yard line, down 7-0, about to punch it in. And Bishop Canevin stopping the Commodores there on downs. And then on the next play, after the Commodores were stopped on downs, Monte Mott going 94 yards for a Bishop Canevin touchdown. Just like that, the Crusaders went up 2 touchdowns, added the 34-yard touchdown pass to Melvin, then the pick 6 from Olds. And now 29-0 with 6:18 left here before halftime. And the Commodores facing another 3rd and 10 with a flag on the play. This is going to be a pre-snap penalty.
I think you're going to have an offside. I think Bishop Canevin started just a little bit too early.
You're right on that, Tony. And Frazier will take the free 5 yards. Be 3rd and 5 now from the Frazier 45.
Yeah, just a quick start there by Bishop Canevin, anticipating the snap.
No matter what happens, though, Tony, the rest of the night tonight, what a great accomplishment for Frazier just to be here in the quarterfinal round. I think he would have got long odds in early October for Frazier even to make the playoffs, let alone be here in the quarterfinal round of the postseason. So 3rd and 5, Seacrest under center, hand off to Derek Diamond, and Diamond will be driven back and will lose a yard on the play. It'll be 4th down and 6. We were talking to some of the Frazier assistant coaches before the game, and they said with the new enrollment numbers that came out earlier on today, Frazier should remain in single A next year for football. And I said, would you guys like to go back to the Tri-County South? And they said, even though the trips are better, we don't mind being in the Eastern Conference. Kind of toughens us up for the postseason.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's one of those things when you play tough competition throughout the year, ends up paying dividends when you get to the playoffs.
Owen Searcy to punt it away. He's back at the Frazier 28. Deep man for Bishop Canevin is Holman. Searcy sends it away. Holman's going to let it go. And the ball will get down here at the 29-yard line. And that's where Bishop Canevin will start 1st and 10 when we come back. 5:26 left before halftime. Bishop Canevin 29, Frazier nothing. We're back at 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night broadcast presented by PA State Representative Ryan Warner.
Your heat on the fritz? Your AC stopped working? Your pipes backed up? Did your lights go out? Well, for all your heating, air conditioning, electric, and plumbing emergencies, Chips Residential Services is here for you. Located right in Uniontown and offering 24-hour emergency service, let the experts at Chips help you through all your emergency needs as well as installation and regular service. Call 724-366-8046 to get the help you need today. Your hometown team of technicians, Chips Residential Services.
Back here at Canon McMillan Stadium here in Cannonsburg. We had a holding penalty there, Tony, against Frazier, surprisingly. And it looks like the Crusaders are going to make the Commodores punt it away again.
Well, you can't blame them. I mean, really, that last putt only probably went about 25 yards.
So once again, Searcy with a high snap coming back at his 20-yard line, barely able to get it away. Now they put Olds back deep to return the punt. And Frazier is going to down it here right around the 32-yard line. That's where Bishop Canevin will start 1st and 10. So really, the penalty didn't make too much of a difference there, Tom.
Not at all, really. Just made him punt it again.
So Bishop Canevin now to start with 5:15 left here before halftime from their own 32-yard line. And they'll have an opportunity here if they can get a touchdown on this drive to enact a running clock for the second half. This game has really swung in a hurry.
It did swing. And, you know, when Frazier had that first possession, as we said, they had a 16-play drive, ran over 7 minutes off the clock, and when they couldn't pound it in, kind of took the wind out of the sails, and then that 94-yard touchdown run right after that really just kind of turned the tide all the way around for Bishop Canevin.
Olds under center here, play fake, sidearm pass down the field, complete there to Wade, and Wade into Frazier territory inside the 40 and right out of bounds right around the 35-yard line. So Amir Wade, the 6'5", 215 junior, a huge catch for another Bishop Canevin first down. And they'll rule Wade down here at the Commodores 39.
And a nice little play right there. Just a little bit of a rollout, and Wade 6'5", so big target, and able to pick up 29 yards.
5:05 now left before halftime. 1st and 10 here for Bishop Canevin from the Frazier 39. Olds back under center, 2 eye backs. Modigan dotting the eye, wide out to each side. An inside hand. Actually, they change backs there and take it down to the 32-yard line. 84, Tony. I didn't even have on my roster.
Yeah, I don't know who that was. We're going to have to just kind of go with no-name guy.
I think they said James Nealon, maybe?
I don't know.
Yeah, we did not have an 84 on our roster at all. Must have had a number change, is what I'm going to guess here, Tony. And he's going to have another carry here inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line for a 13-yard pickup.
Yeah, not exactly sure who it is, but he's picked up 20 yards in 2 quick carries.
Who is that on 80? James Healy. James Healy. James Healy, Tony, was the ball carrier.
Okay.
So we'll mark him down on our roster sheet wearing number 84.
Yeah.
He's nowhere to be found on the roster I had, and wasn't even in their stats that I saw carrying the football either. But Healy's going to get it here for the 3rd straight time and take it down to the Frazier 15-yard line. Now goes a 5-yard pickup to bring up 2nd and 5. We're down at 3:50 left here before halftime. But I even had all their stats coming into the season, and there was no Healy's even with 1 carry coming in.
There you go.
They had a different roster than we got then.
Yeah. 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 Have him listed as a kicker.
Oh,
there
wow.
you go. Yeah.
Yeah, he was not even on the sheet that we got from Bishop Canevin yesterday. Obviously, the folks here got a different roster than we got, and here's Healy with another carry. And Healy close to another Bishop Canevin first down to the Frazier 10.
I think it is going to be a first down. They're moving the chains.
They've had a nice time-consuming drive here. We'll try to finish it off with a touchdown and go up 35 here before halftime.
Yeah, already ran 4 plays on this drive.
They ruled that about a yard short of a first down. It is going to be 3rd and short with Olds under center. Back to Healy again, bouncing out here on the near side. A first down and more inside the 5. In fact, he'll take it in for a Bishop Canevin touchdown. So welcome to the lineup, James Healy.
Yeah, pretty nice looking kicker right there.
And Bishop Canevin up 35-0 over Frazier with 2:40 left before halftime. 10-yard run for Healy. Over running clock in the second half.
And that was a 5-play drive that covered 68 yards. Took 2 minutes and 25 seconds off the clock.
Officials, a long discussion here.
Unsportsmanlike.
Against Bishop Canevin. I'm assuming that was a dead ball foul.
Probably go on the kick. Yeah, they're gonna enforce it on the kickoff.
Kickoff, yeah. Yep. So the touchdown stands. And now Shorthouse for the extra point to try to make this 36-0. And Olds is going to pick it up and look to run here on the near side. Nothing on the left. He's going to go back to the right and then throw it into the back corner of the end zone where the ball is juggled and then dropped there by Chris Smith. That almost looked like it was designed, up 35-0. So 2:40 left before halftime. All Bishop Canevin are back in 60 seconds here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night. Broadcast presented by PA State Representative Ryan Warner.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or
Hi, come on in. How are you?
for personal, professional health care you can trust. See Dr. Paul Hardley and nurse practitioners Tara Bozak, Jessica Reckhart, and Stacy Morris. Proudly serving our community for over 30 years. Need care today? Walk-ins are always welcome. For your primary care, call Dr. Paul Hartley at 724-437-1109 or visit ppcp.org.
Or serving number 3,944.
Hey, love, I'm Tiffany from Tiffany Smith Fine Art Studios, serving up confidence boost in Perryopolis in our brand new luxury studio in downtown Pittsburgh. I'm not just here to take your picture. I'm here to help you remember who you are. Whether it's been a wild few years or you're just feeling a little blah, this is your permission slip to feel powerful again. You'll laugh, maybe cry, and leave feeling like that girl. Book your experience at TiffanySmithFineArtStudios.com because you deserve to be seen.
So after the penalty, Bishop Canevin will kick off from their own 25-yard line with Leo Shorthouse. And Frazier's Chase Fulmer now standing back at the Commodores' 25-yard line.
And you're right, Brian. I thought that was a design play as well.
I didn't like seeing that up 35-0. Nah. They had some sportsmanship awards, actually, the WPIAL held down at the Pittsburgh Heinz History Center this past week, and plays like that aren't going to win you any sportsmanship awards for next year. Shorthouse angling it here on the near side. Fulmer at the 25 has the 30-35, and Fulmer cutting up the field and driven back at the 42-yard line by Chris Smith, another big guy. They have him listed at 6 foot 220. Looks a lot bigger than that out on the field.
Yeah, he's pretty thick. Tell you what, though, got some good speed too. Yes. He's played great defense so far for Bishop Canevin.
We'll see how aggressive Frazier gets on this drive. They have it at their own 42. Again, they've not been able to throw the football down the field.
Yeah.
Brady Seacrest without a completion so far in this game for the Commodores.
0-8 with an interception.
And the running's been a lot tougher as well for Derek Diamond as of late, after Diamond was very productive on Frazier's opening drive of the game. Snap comes back here to Seacrest. He's going to put it up across the middle, intercepted again. That one picked off by William Lee III. And Lee will take it back to the Frazier 39-yard line with 2:22 left before halftime. So the second interception that Seacrest has thrown in this game.
Yeah, just again another overthrow. Lee right at the 47-yard line, able to pick it off in a nice return.
And just too much speed on that Bishop Canevin defense.
Well, especially in the secondary, Brian. I mean, the receivers can't even get an inch open. They've done a great job. And as we said, Seacrest now 0 for 9.
DeMar Olds and company going back to work here. Let's see if they try to punch it in for another score. We'll already have a running clock. Up 35-0.
Well, I'm going to guess they're going to try.
Line of scrimmage, the Frazier 39 had a little delay there. Not sure if it was for a late substitution or what was going on, but Old sending a man in motion. It'll be a jet sweep coming near side here to Holman. Holman turning the corner and getting down inside the 35-yard line, down to the 34, gain of 5 for Kavir Holman, another speedster on this Bishop Canevin team. Holman does most of the returning duties for the Crusaders. Actually, he gave them 4 there, pushed it back to the 35. We're down under 2 minutes left here in the second quarter.
Yeah, just with a running clock, and we're going to see a running clock the whole second half. This Frazier defense spent a lot of time on the field.
Olds man coming in motion, play fake. Now this play whistled down.
False start, I think, on Wade on the outside.
It was. A procedure penalty there against the Crusaders.
That's the 5th penalty for 45 yards against Bishop Canevin, the only thing that they've done wrong here tonight.
I'll wind the clock again. Down to 1:35 left before halftime. Again, Bishop Canevin with a win here today will take on the winner of the Clairton-Jeanette game. We'll get you as many scores from around the WPIAL as we can during our halftime show here today. Tony also has some first half stats for you. Nick will try to get a news update from Radio Pennsylvania. We're going back to Mott here on the inside, and Mott taking it down to the 37-yard line. With 1:08 left.
That was Mott on the carry.
And Mott really got things started for Bishop Canevin here tonight. 20-yard touchdown run at the 8:53 mark of the first, and that 94-yard scamper after the Commodores were stopped on downs after having a 1st and goal from the Bishop Canevin 5.
Yeah, and I think that was really the turning point of this game. I mean, it was one of those things where I think if Frazier would have punched it in.
I agree. It would have been a different game right now.
Yeah, I think they would have thought that, okay, we can hang with this team, and here it is. But couldn't get it in, and then Mott runs it for 94 and a touchdown.
35 seconds left here in the quarter. Pass complete going there to Justin Melvin. And Melvin, a Bishop Canevin 1st down to the Frazier 27. Clock stops with 30 seconds left before halftime.
Yeah, we'll give Melvin a 1st down, a 10-yard catch.
It'll be interesting to see how this Bishop Canevin team matches up next week if they do play Claret, and they're going to take a timeout here. So step aside for a quick 30 as well. 26 seconds left before halftime. 35-0. Bishop Canevin over Frazier. We're back at 30 here on the C.R. Piranha Group High School Sports Night broadcast presented by PA State Representative Ryan Warner.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare.
Back here at Canonsburg, Memorial Stadium, home of the Canon Mac Big Macs, are also in action tonight with WPIAL playoff action. And semifinal round games in 6A and 4A, quarterfinal round games in the other 4 classifications. Actually saw enrollment parameters, Tony, coming out for the next 2-cycle season. Those came out today. Schools will still have the ability to play up if they would like. Won't have those firm classifications until the first week in December. So Olds here out of the shotgun. Flushed out to the near side. Flag on the play. Throws corner of the end zone. Knocked away. Great diving attempt there from Fulmer to knock it away from the intended wide receiver, Thomas.
Yeah, we got a hold. It's definitely going to be a hold on the, actually almost on Butler, I was going to say.
You're right on that, Tony.
So, yeah. So a 10-yard penalty assessed there. 19 seconds to go here in this first half. And Bishop Canevin still trying to
they're still taking some shots up 35-0.
Yep.
Line of scrimmage now the Frazier 38. Be 1st down and 20 after the penalty. The Crusaders come to the line here with Olds again out of the shotgun. Protector back off to his right, and 4 wide receivers in the game, 3 to the near side. And Olds is going to look to put it up again across the middle. Pass hauled in there, Justin Melvin. Melvin spinning his way down to the 10-yard line. I think Bishop Canevin's going to take another timeout.
Yep.
They will with 10 seconds left before halftime. Bishop Canevin 35, Frazier nothing. We're back in 30 here on the C.R. Piranha Group High School Sports Night broadcast presented by PA State Representative Ryan Warner.
State Representative Ryan Warner, proud Frazier High School graduate, congratulates the Frazier Commodores football team on an incredible season and their trip to the playoffs. Your dedication, teamwork, and spirit truly reflects the best of our community. To the players, coaches, and families, congratulations on a fantastic season, and best of luck as you enter the playoffs. Go Doors!
Back here in Canonsburg, 12 seconds left here in the second quarter. Again, I have to thank our video stream sponsors making this broadcast possible for you today. PA State Representative Ryan Warner, Tiffany Smith Fine Arts Studio, Perry Volunteer Fire Department, Gene and Boots, Sandy Howe Notary Services, owners Ed and Sandy Walensky, Ford of Uniontown, Uniontown Liquidation Outlet, Napa Auto Parts, and Perry Drug. Hey, you always like stopping by Gene and Boots, Tony. You love your chocolate.
Yes, I do. Their chocolate's good. Also like all the stuff. They got a lot of stuff like when I was a kid.
Yes. Like the old-time candies and everything. Yes.
Old-time, like the flying saucers and the things like that.
I buy candy cigarettes there.
Yes,
back in the
you
day.
can, actually. No, you can still buy them there now. They have them there.
So DeMar Olds and Bishop Canevin now. 1st and goal from the Frazier 10. Olds rolling far side. stops. They're coming after him. He'll go back to the near side. Olds might take this in himself. Olds inside the 5, and DeMar Olds, a 10-yard touchdown run for Bishop Canevin. Don't see any flags there, Tony. And maybe we do. They actually did throw one. They're going to pick it up. And the 10-yard touchdown run will stand for Olds, and Bishop Canevin will increase their lead to 41-0 over Frazier with 1 second left here in the second quarter.
Wow.
So I have to have a kickoff.
Well, it's one of those things where, you know what, he just showed great speed and got to the outside. Nobody even touched him.
Here's Shorthouse looking for another extra point. It looked like a fake 2-point conversion try last time. This time, Shorthouse will attempt the kick, and it's up and through. So with 1 second left here in the second quarter, it's 42-0. Bishop Canevin over Frazier. We're back in 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
The Perry Township Volunteer Fire Department is proud to support the Frazier Commodores boys high school football team as they continue their remarkable 2025 playoff run. Teamwork, dedication, and commitment are values Perry Township volunteer firefighters and Frazier football players have in common. From the whole crew at the fire station, great job, boys, and good luck. Visit the department's Facebook page to learn how you can support their efforts to keep the community safe. The Perry Township Volunteer Fire Department, serving the community as professional volunteers.
Bad hair day, bad day at the office, bad day behind the wheel. Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
So I have one final play here to wrap up the second quarter. It'll be a kickoff after the 10-yard touchdown run from DeMar Olds for Bishop Canevin. Shorthouse will send it away. A little squib kick. Going to go back and then controlled there by Frazier's Tyler Morrison. And Morrison just able to get forward to the 44, and that'll be the final play of this second quarter. So we've reached halftime. All Bishop Canevin up 42-0 over the Frazier Commodores. Stay tuned for our halftime show. It's brought to you by the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. It comes your way next year on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Family owned and operated for 62 years and providing quality, reliable service, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They'll blueprint your vehicle for repair and work with your insurance company. With their environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it's their goal to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way. So bring your vehicle over to Silva. Call 724-437-2351. Now Ted Silva proudly introduces his new company, Target Safety Solutions, Atlas Road in Hopwood, providing vehicle alignments, calibrations, minor mechanical repairs, state inspections, including trailers up to 10,000 pounds. Safety, our target, your solution. Check their website at TargetSafetySolutionsLLC.com. Ted Silva is proud to support local high school sports.
The T-Berry Law Office and attorney Vincent M. T-Berry specialize in criminal defense, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. The T-Berry Law Office is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to attorney Vincent M. T-Berry and the T-Berry Law Office. It'll be the only call you need to make. Phone 724-430-0300 or visit their website at tberrylawoffice.com. The T-Berry Law Office. Small town, big results.
Amador Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel to school safely in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Amador Transit is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands High School sports and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about M&R Transit, call them 724-439-3164. 724-439-3164. Or stop by their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
Magisterial District Judge Nathan Henning extends his best wishes to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, the Uniontown Red Raiders, and all our local teams for a great season. District Judge Nathan Henning recognizes that a successful season requires teamwork. It is the result of the hard work of the players and coaches and the support of their families. Good luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and Uniontown Red Raiders from District Judge Nathan Henning.
Your health is the most important thing to you. When you need physical therapy, find the best clinic to serve you. Movement Physiotherapy, now located off Route 40 on Pedro Drive, west of Uniontown, understands this and wants to help ease the stress. Tyler Gasek has over 10 years of experience helping people improve their health with physical therapy and is ready to help you. Tyler's from the Uniontown area and is committed to helping improve his community. To schedule your appointment, phone 724-912-PTPT or visit Movement Physiotherapy online at movementpp.com.
Brian Mrozek, Tony Hinoa back here at halftime with the Frazier Band on the field, but the Commodores on the football field tonight here at halftime down 42-0. To the Bishop Canevin Crusaders. Again, our halftime show being brought to you by the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. Tony has your halftime stats. They're being brought to you by Farmana Pharmacy, now located in the Health First Medical Center building on Route 119 near the Fayette County Fairgrounds.
All right, Brian, thanks much. I'm going to go over Bishop Canevin's first. Passing-wise, DeMar Olds was 4 for 5 in that first half. 101 yards passing. He had a touchdown, and that was the 34-yard connection to Justin Melvin. Melvin had 3 catches for 72 yards. Lemire Wade had the other one for 29. On the rushing end, Meonte Mott had 8 carries, 158 yards, 2 touchdowns, one from 20 yards out and the other from 94 yards out. James Healy, late in that second quarter, 5 carries for 41 yards and a touchdown on an 11-yard run. 2 carries for Olds, 18 yards and a 10-yard touchdown. And Kavir Holman had 2 carries for 2 yards. In the first half, Bishop Canevin ran 22 offensive plays, 219 yards rushing, 101 yards passing, 320 yards of total offense. They had 6 penalties for 55 yards. They had 8 first downs and 0 turnovers in that first half.
And, Tony, one correction for you as well. Who we were calling James Healy actually found out it's Nouvel Bone III wearing 84. So we just got a late correction on that as well.
There you go.
Which makes sense because we had stats on Bone this year. We had nothing on Healy and actually gave us some other late number changes as well. I guess better late than never. Would have been nice to have those for the first half, but at least we have them here for the second half.
Well, it sounds like Nouvel forgot to bring his jersey.
Yes.
So anyway, Nouvel Bone had 5 carries for 41 yards and a touchdown.
Yes. So we'll change our TD to Bone as well.
Yep. So offensively for Frazier, not much action here. Brady Seacrest 0 for 9 with 2 interceptions. Derek Diamond had 18 carries, 67 yards, and Seacrest on that 1 sack with -7 yards. Frazier ran 28 offensive plays. They had 60 yards rushing, no yards passing, 60 yards of total offense. They did have 3 penalties for 20 yards, 5 first downs, and 2 turnovers in both of those interceptions. So outgained 320 yards to 60 in that first half, and 42-0 lead for Bishop Canevin.
Well, some scores from around the WPIAL, and our halftime show continues. Again, Bishop Canevin 42 and Frazier nothing.
Quality parts, accessories, paints, tools, and supplies. Napa Auto Parts complete line for cars, trucks, imports, and farm equipment. Napa Auto Parts keeps America running. Fayette Auto in Uniontown, Standard Auto in Brownsville, and Napa Auto in Bell Vernon and Monongahela carry premium quality auto parts at discount prices. They always have a huge inventory of parts in stock when you visit a Napa Auto Part location. Over 200,000 parts in stock. Ask about their Napa lifetime warranty on most items with a no-hassle return policy. Open weekends and evenings. In Brownsville, phone 724-785-3800. Bell Vernon, dial 724-929-5522. Monongahela, dial 724-258-3101. And in Uniontown, dial 724-437-7553 for Napa Auto Parts.
Hey, love, I'm Tiffany from Tiffany Smith Fine Art Studios, serving up confidence boost in Perryopolis in our brand new luxury studio in downtown Pittsburgh. I'm not just here to take your picture. I'm here to help you remember who you are. Whether it's been a wild 2 years or you're just feeling a little blah, this is your permission slip to feel powerful again. You'll laugh, maybe cry, and leave feeling like that girl. Book your experience at TiffanySmithFineArtStudios.com because you deserve to be seen.
Since 1930, Jean and Boots Candies has been a Western Pennsylvania tradition. Enjoy hand-dipped chocolates made from the finest ingredients, fresh roasted nuts, and our delicious homemade ice cream. Visit jeanandboots.com or find them on Facebook to explore their full selection. And remember, they ship gift orders anywhere. Open daily till 9 p.m. You'll find them on Route 51 in Perryopolis, Charleroi, and Greensburg. Jean and Boots Candies, a local favorite that's always a treat. Literally. Good luck, Commodores, from your friends at Jean and Boots.
I've been thinking about switching primary care providers. It takes forever to get an appointment, and when I finally get in, the staff acts like they don't even care that I'm there.
That's so frustrating. You deserve a provider who listens, values your time, and truly cares about your health.
That's exactly what I need. Someone who sees me as a person, not just another name on a chart.
Then you should check out Montgomery Medical. They treat you like family, offer personalized care, and even have same-day appointments.
At Montgomery Medical, your health is our priority. Call 724-569-8100 Montgomery Medical, a family tradition of family medicine.
State Representative Ryan Warner, proud Frazier High School graduate, congratulates the Frazier Commodores football team on an incredible season and their trips to the playoffs. Your dedication, teamwork, and spirit truly reflects the best of our community. To the players, coaches, and families, congratulations on a fantastic season, and best of luck as you enter the playoffs. Go Doors!
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family-owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car and drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Halftime here at Canon Mac, 42-0. Bishop Canevin leading the Frazier Commodores here in the Single A quarterfinal round playoff game. Let's take a look at some other scores from around the WPIAL. We'll start in 6A. Semifinal round action there in the host school here, Canon Mac, down 16-7 to Pittsburgh Central Catholic. That last score update we had late second quarter, North Allegheny, a 7-3 lead over Norwin. They'll play their WPIAL championship game next weekend in 6A. 5A halftime scores. Pine Richland up 28-3 over Shaler. Penn Trafford up 10-3 over Moon. Bethel Park up 14-7 over Peters Township. And Woodland Hills up 14-10 over Upper St. Clair. The 4A semifinals has McKeesport up 14-0 over Thomas Jefferson. And Newcastle and Aliquippa scoreless at halftime. 3A quarterfinal round games. Avonworth 35, Freeport nothing. North Catholic up 21-14 over Elizabeth Forward. Central Valley up 14-10 over Highlands. And Amani Christian up 13-10 over Hopewell. 2A quarterfinal round games. Seton LaSalle a 7-0 lead over Mohawk. Washington up 17-7 over South Allegheny. And Western Beaver up 21-7 over Apollo Ridge. And 1A quarterfinals. I mentioned, Tony, the winner of this game will take on either Clairton or Jeanette.
Right.
Clairton just scored a touchdown in that game over Jeanette. Jeanette was leading 20-14. It's now Clairton 22, Jeanette 20. That game nearing halftime. Fort Cherry up 17-3 over Neshannock, and Laurel up 14-0 over Shar Houston. So Jeanette giving Clareton a pretty good game tonight.
Yeah, giving them and actually scoring a lot of points against them, which is kind of surprising. But, you got to kind of wonder, too, when you're looking at that Aliquippa-Newcastle game, 0-0 at half, you got to wonder if they saw the rain that I saw coming down here. I'm going to be guessing that they're probably playing in a monsoon up there.
They could be.
We'll find out later on tonight.
Right now, the playing conditions dry here in Canonsburg, and hopefully we'll have dry weather for the rest of the second half and for our drive home. Scoring summary here. Opening touchdown of the game, Monte Mott, 20-yard touchdown run occurred at the 8:53 mark of the opening quarter. 6-play, 58-yard drive. Leo Shorthouse out of the extra point. It was 7-0. Bishop Canevin. Frazier took the football. How many plays were in that drive, Tony? Took it all the way
16.
down. 16-play drive at a first and goal at the Bishop Canevin 5. Were stopped on downs. Bishop Canevin took over at their own 6-yard line. Then Monte Mott went 94 yards for a touchdown run. Shorthouse added another extra point, and it was 14-0 Bishop Canevin. That was at the 1:19 mark of the opening quarter. And then the first passing touchdown of the game, 34-yard hookup from Olds to Justin Melvin. Olds added a 2-point conversion run. It was 22-0. And then Olds with a pick six of Frazier quarterback Brady Seacrest. That was a 48-yard return. Shorthouse's extra point made it 29-0. That was midway through the second quarter. The Newval Bone, we found out, was the ball carrier on a 10-yard touchdown run at the 2:40 mark. 5-play, 68-yard drive pass failed. It was 35-0. DeMar Olds added a late 10-yard touchdown run with 1 second left in the second quarter to put us where we're at right now. It's only 42-0 at halftime. We'll have a running clock for the second half.
Yeah, running clock, and Frazier will get the ball to start the second half. But at 42-0, and like I said, this Bishop Canevin team, they're loaded and a lot of speed too, boy.
Stay tuned. We'll have a news update from Radio Pennsylvania on the way next. And Tony and I back with the second half. 42-0 Bishop Canevin over Frazier, about 9 minutes away from the second half kickoff.
Two Brothers Tree and Stump Service is your local, fully insured, expert tree removal and advanced tree trimming service based right in Uniontown. Brothers Jared and Justin Gibson and their team bring more than 2 decades combined experience to stump and tree removal, but also provide general clearing services and some landscaping services too. So whatever your outdoor needs are, Two Brothers is ready to help you today with customizable plans and a commitment to getting the job done right. Call them today, 724-415-9183.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
This is a Radio PA News Update. It is Friday, November 7th. Topping the news this hour, it is day 38 of the government shutdown. And starting this Friday, the government is going to be reducing flight capacity across the country and right here in Pennsylvania. Philadelphia International Airport is on the list of 40 airports that will be impacted. The FAA starting with cuts at 4% this Friday and then increasing to cuts by 10% next week. This will result in lots of canceled flights flights per day. Now, on Thursday, more than 5,000 flights were delayed, 150 cancellations across the country. The air traffic controllers and the TSA agents are not getting paid because of the government shutdown.
Well, America deserves better than this right now, and I can't ever vote to support this kinds of chaos.
In other news, Pennsylvania Senator Democrat John Fetterman on Fox Business commenting on this situation.
Flying in America now is continuing to, it's just getting more and more chaotic now too. I wasn't even able to find a flight here to D.C. I had to fly into a different airport because they weren't actually have any. So this thing's run its course.
If you live here in Pennsylvania and go to college in Pennsylvania, you're spending a lot more money on your education than your counterparts in other states. Correspondent John Schaefer explains.
Pennsylvania tops the nation for the highest college costs relative to residents' incomes, according to a Wallet Hub report. The study looked at full-time, in-state undergraduates living on campus and found Pennsylvania students spend an average of $55,144 a year, or 72.48% of the state's median household income. This includes tuition, fees, room and board, books, and other campus expenses.
And I'm Laura Winters, and you're up to date with Radio PA.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or
hi, come on in. How are you?
For personal, professional health care you can trust. See Dr. Paul Hardley and nurse practitioners Tara Bozek, Jessica Reckhart, and Stacy Morris. Proudly serving our community for over 30 years. Need care today? Walk-ins are always welcome. For your primary care, call Dr. Paul Hartley at 724-437-1109 or visit ppcp.org.
Or serving number 3,940.
Amidar Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel to school safely in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Amidar Transit is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands High School sports and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about M&R Transit, call them 724-439-3164, 724-439-3164, or stop by their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
Mark-On Building Supply has provided the tri-state area with ready-mix concrete and building supplies for decades. Family-owned and operated and built on a foundation of trust, integrity, and exceptional quality, Mark-On is your local leader for ready-mix concrete, precast, lumber, tools, electrical, plumbing, lawn care, and general building supply needs. Visit the store in Markleysburg or call Mark-On today at 724-329-5542. Mark-On Building Supply, your one-stop shop for all your home building and construction needs.
For 84 years, Perry Drug Store has been family-owned and proud to serve the Perryopolis area. Recently voted one of the best in Fayette County, they're your trusted hometown pharmacy, offering expert prescription service, home health care, beauty, and over-the-counter needs, and they accept all insurances. Open 7 days a week for your convenience. Perry Drug Store puts your health first. With flu shots, vaccines, and all boosters available. Call 724-736-4422 or stop by on Independence Street in Perryopolis. Perry Drug Store, wishing the Frazier Commodores the best of luck in the playoffs.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4:30, and Saturdays, 8 to 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Braggs a call today, 724-439-3228, for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Prime Rozak, Tony Hanola back here at Canon McMillan High School, about 2 minutes away from starting the third quarter. Bishop Canevin up 42-0 over the Frazier Commodores. And Tony, high school basketball starting in just a couple of weeks. Laurel Highlands actually opening up on Black Friday against Greensburg-Salem at 7:30. We'll have the game for you here on WMBS. TJ DeStefano will have the play-by-play. Not sure who TJ's working with yet. I know a lot of us unavailable for that one.
Yeah, going out of town, actually, so... Yeah, we'll find out. But
luckily, TJ can hold down the fort for us. I think you and I are back Monday. We'll have the Geibel Lady Gators taking on Southmoreland, and then we'll have both Uniontown and Laurel Highlands in action on December the 2nd. Mustangs hosting Chartiers Valley, and also Uniontown will be on the road at Thomas Jefferson. Those should be 2 fun games.
Yeah. It's just amazing how soon, how quickly the season comes and how quickly the season goes. But even now, starting on Thanksgiving weekend is a lot different. You know what I mean? It's been one of those things where it's like, holy smoke. You used to middle of December, but right now, the Friday after Thanksgiving, but oh well, hey.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that at all. And I think this will probably be the last year it happens just based on the way the calendar works out. I think next year the WPIAL calendar goes a week back, so you won't start basketball until the following week, which is certainly good to see. Again, a lot of folks doing family stuff that weekend.
Oh, yeah.
I won't be working high school basketball, but again, we will have the game here on WMBS, Laurel Highlands and Greensburg-Salem on the 28th with TJ DeStefano behind the call, and that'll be at Laurel Highlands High School. Looking at Uniontown's schedule, kind of odd, Tony. They have a lot of road games this year. I think there's only 8 total home games all year, 7 of those conference games, and I think the first 5 or 6 all on the road.
Yeah, it's kind of a strange schedule for them, and you're right. Pretty much the only home games are the section contests, so that's a little bit different. But, only a 20-game schedule over the years.
22.
So 22?
Yep.
Okay.
Mustangs also a tournament trip second week of the season up to Ligonier Valley.
Yeah, I saw that one. And then I know that Uniontown plays EF that afternoon.
Yes, and also Uniontown playing in the Charleroi Holiday Tournament. They don't have any Florida trips this year, so they're playing all games stateside this season.
Right.
At least inside the Commonwealth.
Inside the Mason-Dixon line.
We saw Frazier's basketball team last year up at Brownsville, and we'll try to catch the Commodores at some point during the season as well.
Well, that was that afternoon game.
That was the afternoon game, yeah. Rob Ramsey set that up. Really ended up being a neat afternoon contest. It was a fun experience. Carl was actually with me for that game as well. As Shorthouse sends it away here on the near side. Kickoff will go out of bounds, and Frazier will get it here at the 35-yard line. But again, the clock will continue to roll throughout the second half with the lead at 35 plus, actually 42 up on the scoreboard. I have to thank the folks here at Canon Mac for all of their hospitality again tonight. Really turned out to be a fun place to do a high school football game. They actually have press boxes on both sides of the field here today. We're in what's actually called the visitor press box, but actually the main press box here at Canon Mac, and we didn't have as far to walk either here on the near side.
7-2.
Did you win the 50-50, Tony?
No.
Okay. I was holding out hope for you.
You can go over to the concession stand.
So Frazier will start this drive from their own 35-yard line, working left to right as we describe it, with Brady Seacrest Brady Seacrest out of the shotgun. Lincoln Dye coming in motion. He'll get it on the jet sweep. Actually had a delay there for a moment, and he's going to lose a yard back to the 34 to bring up 2nd and 11. And again, we mentioned Bishop Canevin, assuming they're going to go on and win this game, will take on the winner of Clairton and Jeanette. And at last check, that was a 22-20 lead for Clairton over Jeanette, which was certainly surprising.
Yeah, every bit of. And as we said, Clairton has not allowed a whole lot of points this year.
So now 2nd down and 11 here for Frazier from their own 34. Seacrest back out of the shotgun. Derek Diamond off to his right. 4 wide receivers in the game. Seacrest looking to put it up deep far side. A lot of contact down there. And the pass is going to fall incomplete. No flag. It appeared there, Tony, like William Lee III had a piece of the hand of the Frazier intended wide receiver there, Chris Petruska.
Yeah, I thought he actually just grabbed him by the shirt. Kind of held him a little bit, but I guess you get that call when it's 42-0.
Now 3rd and 11, 10:30 left here in the third quarter. Again, Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hinola, Carl Chowns behind the camera on our YouTube live video feed. Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis attorneys at law studios. So 3rd and 11, Fulmer coming in motion here for Frazier. Seacrest looking to put it up. He'll look near side, and that pass underthrown. Wasn't on the same page as the intended wide receiver there, Brent Alexson. I'll bring up 4th down. So Frazier going 3 and out on their opening drive of the third quarter. And this Bishop Canevin defense, Tony, really stiffened up after Frazier took it down to the Bishop Canevin 5-yard line the first time the Commodores had the football in this game.
Well, yeah, had a nice drive, and as we said, took 7:18 off the clock, 16-play drive, but it stalled out on the 6-yard line, and it was one of those things where it kind of took the wind out of the sails for the Commodores, and, the 94-yard run by Mott really changed the game.
And Searcy to punt it away, standing back at his own 19-yard line. With a low snap, Searcy able to haul it in. Punt going here on the near side, takes a Frazier bounce and will go out of bounds right at the 36-yard line. So Bishop Canevin will start 1st and 10 when we come back. 9:23 left here in the third quarter, 42-0 Canevin. We're back at 30 here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night.
The T-Berry Law Office and attorney Vincent M. T-Berry specialize in criminal defense, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. The T-Berry Law Office is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to attorney Vincent M. T-Berry and the T-Berry Law Office. It'll be the only call you need to make. Phone 724-430-0300 or visit their website at tberrylawoffice.com. The T-Berry Law Office. Small town, big results.
Bishop Canevin to start this drive from their own 37-yard line, up 42-0 over Frazier with 8:49 left on a running clock, and an inside handoff going there to William Lee III. He'll take it across the 40 up to the 45-yard line. Be an 8-yard gain there for Lee to bring up 2nd down and 2.
And a nice run there by Lee. Pick up a quick 8 yards on his first carry of the night.
So 2nd and 2. Still have Olds in at quarterback. And you actually have Mott back in there as the tailback right now. Lee is the fullback. And Olds now with a handoff up the middle there to Mott. Only needed 2 for a first down. Got to spin forward. Will depend here on the spot. And they're going to say it's a first down and a pickup of 2 there for Bishop Canevin. I think you might have a Crusader a little slow in getting up. One of the offensive linemen. That was number 52, Lawrence Lynch, but he's now up on his feet.
Looks like he's kind of limping a little bit, though. Right now, 9 carries, 160 yards for Mott, and those 2 touchdowns.
And we're having officials timeout due to an injury.
Trainers going out and checking things out.
Our injury stoppage brought to you by the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, the leaders in physical therapy. Visit physical therapist Jim Burns on Wayland Smith Drive or phone 724-437-7500. The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, relief is closer than you think. Last football game Tony actually remember doing here was the California semifinal round game against Amani Christian back in 2017. Of course, we were here for basketball a number of times over the years. I think most recently for that Uniontown-Lincoln Park game a few years back, where Uniontown, I think, had a 31-13 lead in that game, and Lincoln Park came back into being a thriller right down to the wire, and the Leopards knocked off the Red Raiders in that playoff game.
Right.
Seen Lincoln Park a lot on the hardwood here over the last couple of years as Lee carries a couple of Commodores here with a flag on the play. Close to another Bishop Canevin first down to the Frazier 43. We'll check the flag with 7 minutes left here in the third quarter.
Yeah, you might get a hold here on Bishop Canevin. Frazier signaling that it's going the other way.
Officials still throwing flags here with a running clock.
He must live close.
Yes. The clock's still rolling, though. That's going to be a personal foul, hands to the face against Bishop Canevin. This will march the football all the way back into Crusaders territory. Back to the Bishop Canevin 35. First down and long, 1st and 25. I'll need the Frazier 43 for a first down.
Yeah, I would expect to see some of the second teamers in. We get some out there. Well, I will say, Butler's still in. You can pick him out on the field, that's for sure.
Nuval Bones now the tailback, and Bone will get the football here with a run up the middle. Look out here, Bone loose. Already 1 touchdown tonight down the near sidelines, and the Commodores able to bring him down at the 32. Bone tackled there on the play by Lincoln Dye, but another Bishop Canevin first down here inside Frazier territory at the Commodores 32.
And a nice run there. Picked up 32.
Bone, only a freshman, came into the game 56 carries for 306 yards and 3 total touchdowns, now 4 after his first half score.
And you can see, too, just quickness.
1st and 10 now for Bishop Canevin from the Frazier 32.
And we're going to guess that Bone probably forgot his jersey. Had to
freshman
kind of
made
take
a
it off
freshman
somebody
mistake
else.
because nobody until halftime let us know that they changed jersey numbers. This is going to be Holman on this pitch. Holman inside the 25-20. Holman a little cutback.
Again,
flag on the
flag.
play. He's going to take it in, but I think this one's going to come back. Holding penalty here against Bishop Canevin. Officials quick to signal that. Look at this Crusaders program, Tony. Certainly lots of consistency. We mentioned their semifinal loss to Clareton last year, lost to Fort Cherry in the semifinals 2 years ago. And that included a quarterfinal round playoff win over California, game that you and I worked back at Norwin High School.
Yep.
So this holding penalty here going to push it back. Another official's timeout as well.
You've got
we have a player down actually on the track surface in the far corner of the end zone. So we'll step aside for a timeout as well. 4:41 left here in the third. 42-0. Bishop Canevin over Frazier. We're back at 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night broadcast presented by PA State Representative Ryan Warner.
Since 1930, Gene and Boots Candies has been a Western Pennsylvania tradition. Enjoy hand-dipped chocolates made from the finest ingredients, fresh roasted nuts, and our delicious homemade ice cream. Visit geneandboots.com or find them on Facebook to explore their full selection. And remember, they ship gift orders anywhere. Open daily till 9 p.m. You'll find them on Route 51 in Perryopolis, Charleroi, and Greensburg. Gene and Boots Candies, a local favorite that's always a treat. Literally. Good luck, Commodores, from your friends at Gene and Boots.
Still have a Frazier player down again outside of the playing surface, actually on the track in the end zone. And from our vantage point, we don't have a view who that Commodore is. But certainly for Frazier, a successful season. First-year head coach Tony Battolini has these Commodores here over the last couple of weeks entering this game, playing a different level of football. And now the injured Commodore trying to make his way off the playing surface. That's Lincoln Dye. Hopefully Lincoln's okay down there.
Trying to walk off under his own power over there with a pretty good limp, though.
We're talking about some of the consistency here with Bishop Canevin. They played for a WPIAL championship in 2022, lost to Union in the title game. Also won a WPIAL championship in 2021, knocking off Olsh before losing to Red Bank Valley in the first round of the state playoffs. That followed a season where they went 5-3 during the COVID-shortened year, missed the playoffs, but not too many teams got in. And prior to that, they had a few years where they really struggled, went 1-9 in 2019, 3-7 in 2018. Got into the playoffs at 3-7 in 2017, lost to California 51-7 in the first round, and also knocked off California in the 2016 playoffs, 56-21, made to the quarterfinals that year before they lost to Northgate. Went 7-4, lost to North Catholic in 2015, and then had a couple of seasons of 2-7 and 3-7. But certainly up and down over the years, but a lot more consistency as of late as flags come out here for a false start penalty.
False start to go along with that hold on the last penalty. I mean, on the last play, I'm sorry, in which Dye got hurt. Dye still limping on the sidelines. Actually thought he might go to the locker room, but making his way over here in front of us.
We talked about Frazier, the turnaround this year, entering play today 7-4. That first round playoff win 27-12 over California. And prior to that, Frazier had not been in the WPIAL playoffs since 2017. They went through a long playoff dry spell. And a little pitch going here near side. That's Holman. Holman taking down at the 27-yard line. And a couple of yards forward there. Morrison with the tackle defensively there for Frazier. I'll bring up third down. I mean, it's second down or third down here, Tony? It should be third down, right, in 5?
No, because they had the penalty.
Yep.
Yeah, they had the penalty.
Went in the back there
penalty on the last play. So
just second and 5 from the 27. Holds under center, 2 I-backs. A wide out to each side. And it's 42-0 Bishop Canevin. They're going back there to Bone, and Bone up the middle, down to the 24. 2-yard gain. Now it'll be third down and 3. We talked about the Frazier turnaround, Tony. Last year just went 2-7. Wins over Mapletown and Springdale. And prior to that, had a 1-9 season in 2023, 1-9 in 2022, 0-9 in 2021. Had a decent season in 2020, went 4-3, but again didn't qualify for the playoffs with the shortened postseason due to COVID. Went 3-7 in 2019, 4-6 in 2018. Lost to Riverside 34-0 in the first round in 2017. Lost to Brentwood 46-19 first round in 2016. Pitch going back here to Holman on the far side, and he's taken down from behind. Good pursuit there by Tyler Morrison.
Yeah, nice job by Morrison to cut off the edge and tackle Holman about a yard short.
It'll be 4th and 1. And also, Tony, you look over the years at Frazier during that 2015 run to the semifinals. They played in single A. They got bumped up to double A in 2016. Still made the playoffs in back-to-back years, but they were playing double A football for a number of seasons before getting back to single A here over the last 4 years now. I think that makes a difference.
Yes, I think it makes a huge difference.
4th and 1, QB sneak attempt here from Olds. Only needed a yard, and I think he got just that.
That's the 11th first down in this game for Bishop Canevin. Closing in on 1:30 at the end of this third quarter.
And we're down, as you said, Tony. Final 90 seconds now of this third quarter. And over the years, Frazier certainly had a lot of consistency from 2011 to 2017. Actually made the playoffs in 7 straight seasons. And only got out of the first round in 2015 with that overtime win over Southside Beaver. Actually played some highlights of that for you last week during our halftime show. Frazier's first round playoff win over California. Back to Bone. He's hitting the backfield here, and he'll lose a yard back to the 22-yard line. He's 2nd and 11. Under a minute now left here in the third quarter. Reminder after the game, stay tuned for the Trib Live Scoreboard Show with Don Rebel. Will go up until 11 o'clock. That'll be followed by Jill on Money tonight here on WMBS. Have to thank Nick Barczyk for his help all season long back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios.
Well, I was hoping to listen to Jill on Money so she can tell me what to do with that winning 50-50 money, but I didn't hit.
That didn't happen.
Now I can listen to music on the way home now.
That would be something. You call in and say, hey, just won the 50-50.
Hey, Jill.
I won $500 on the 50-50.
Yeah.
You know, I might be a couple of years away from retirement, right, Tony?
Yeah.
Like, I probably got a pretty good nest egg.
Yeah. I want to know what to do with this 85.
There's a run down to the 19. It'll be a 3-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd and 7.
I think that was number 15.
That was Dominic Cisnero-Torres. That'll make you right a little bit.
Yeah, it will.
That'll be the final play of the third quarter. So we'll head to the fourth, 42-0. Bishop Canevin over Frazier. Back at 60 here in the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night. Broadcast presented by State Representative Ryan Warner.
Does your car sound like it's saying, trade me in, trade me in, every time you start it up? Well, go to Ford of Uniontown and trade it in. That's right, your Uniontown Ford dealer is ready to assist you with a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV purchase. Ford of Uniontown has all the deals, all the inventory, and they are ready to deal. It has never been a better time to buy a Ford. Service is their top priority. No matter where you purchase your Ford car or truck, Ford of Uniontown will be happy to service it for you. They offer Ford-trained technicians, Ford-certified parts and service, 1-year, 12,000-mile parts warranties, and new state-of-the-art service equipment. Call or stop in today to see the hometown service of Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West across from Applebee's. So listen to your car the next time you hear it say, trade me in, trade me in. Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 at the top of the hill.
Back for the final 12 minutes here at Canon McMillan High School. The Frazier Commodores down 42-0 to the Bishop Canevin Crusaders. Unfortunately, Tony, it's going to end our high school football season here tonight with Frazier getting eliminated. But I think going back a couple of weeks ago, we probably didn't think we'd be here in the quarterfinals.
No, to be honest with you, we thought our season was going to be over pretty much, last weekend. But,
yeah, correct. Things worked out. Frazier knocked off Cal. I think no matter who was winning that game, we were going to do a quarterfinal round game after they were paired up against one another.
Right.
I certainly wish both programs a great off season. Are you ready for high school basketball here in like 3 weeks?
3 weeks is right.
3 weeks from tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. Christmas is what, 49 days away?
Carl's going to have to find something to do here over the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks to keep himself busy.
He's
behind the camera.
He's going to make homemade stuffing for Thanksgiving, I think. That's what he's going to do.
So start of the fourth quarter. Bishop Canevin now working left to right as we describe it with DeMar Olds under center. Handoff here to Bone. Tried a little stiff arm, and he'll be pulled back for a yard loss on the play. It'll be 4th and 8 here for Bishop Canevin from the Frazier 21.
And Bone just couldn't get outside. Good job by Frazier. Still not giving up. I mean, down 42-0, but still playing spirited defense here so far in the second half.
Kind of no man's land here for Bishop Canevin. 4th and 8 from the Frazier 22. Actually more than 21. And too far for a field goal. You're not going to punt. You're up 42-0. Let's see what kind of play they run here.
Hopefully not
a pass. I'll play fake. Olds running near side. Olds is going to pull it down, and Olds is going to get another Bishop Canevin first down. Chase Fulmer pushing him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal here for Bishop Canevin with 10:52 left on a running clock here in the fourth quarter.
Olds with a quick 16-yard gain.
Had a laugh today. Tony mentioned Thanksgiving. Kendall and Bill were talking on the talk show. Kendall says she's just going to have fried chicken for Thanksgiving. Bill says he's going to have a ham. I don't think I'd want to go to either one of their homes.
Oh, I was going to say.
I'm old-fashioned turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, cranberry sauce, like all of it.
I know. I eat like I'm going to the electric chair. Like I'm getting lethal injection tomorrow morning.
Does that differ from any other day?
No, it doesn't. I didn't get this way by looking at it. I tell you that all the time.
There's Bone, another carry. Getting a yard down to the 4. 2nd and goal now from the 4-yard line with 10:07 left here in the fourth quarter. Trying to get you some other WPIAL playoff scores here late. Again, all the scores coming your way with the Triple Live scoreboard show with Don Rebel after our game wraps up. Don and his crew always doing a terrific job every Friday night. It's been a pleasure to have that show on again this year.
It'll be interesting to see what the results of some of these games are.
Yeah, a lot of close games. Mentioned TJ down 14-0 at half against McKeesport. There's a run into the end zone for another Bishop Canevin touchdown.
I think
that one went to Dominic Cisnero Torres.
Yep. A little 4-yard scamper for Dominic.
Increased the lead to 48-0 with 9:28 left here in the fourth quarter. The way Bishop Canevin played today, Tony, I think they're going to give either Jeanette or Clareton a pretty good game. Would not surprise me to see Bishop Canevin playing for a WPIAL championship this year.
Yeah, they've got a lot of weapons. There's no doubt about that. A lot of speed. Be a good game either way with Jeanette or Clareton next week.
I kind of agree with Coach Tony Battolini. I think this Bishop Canevin team might be more dangerous with Olds at quarterback. Here's Shorthouse for the extra point.
I think he faked it again.
He faked it, yeah. You're going to have a little toss into the end zone for the 2-point conversion run off the fake extra point. Olds to Cisnero Torres for 2. So it's 50-0. Bishop Canevin over Frazier. 9:28 left in regulation. We're back at 60 here in the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Tonight.
Mauser's Tire Center has been serving the region for more than 50 years, offering new, used, and recap tires, as well as tire repair. Mauser's is located on Route 40 West at Seawrights Crossroads. Need new tires? Call Mauser's today at 724-245-2410 and let them get you ready for the road. Mauser's Tire Center, your trusted source for new and used tires for more than 5 decades. Wishing all area high school football teams a successful and healthy 2025 season.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare.
9:04 left here in the fourth quarter. I won't say anything about that last play, Tony, because it's only going to get myself in trouble.
Yeah, I think we'll stay away from that. They got $4 chicken sandwiches across there now, so
never brought any up here, did they?
They did. You
I never got any.
You missed. You were doing stats.
We'll have to stop and get some food on the way home.
Yeah.
Here's Shorthouse on the kickoff. It'll go on a one-hop here to Fulmer at the 15-20. Fulmer coming near side, flag on the play. He'll get tripped up here at the 33-yard line. That's where Frazier will start 1st and 10 with 8:29 left on a running clock here in the fourth quarter. And Frazier's certainly going to be sad to see Chase Fulmer graduate, 5'8", 170-pound senior. At least got an opportunity to enjoy a little winning here late in his senior year.
Yeah, and had a great game last week. 3 touchdown passes against Cal. You got a chop block here against Frazier.
That's certainly going to be a game that Fulmer's going to remember for the rest of his life.
No doubt.
With Seacrest and a lot of these Commodore seniors. Seacrest, though, back next year, only a junior. Derek Diamond will graduate. They're joking with some of the Frazier assistant coaches before the game. I said, hey, when are you guys going to get a new press box in there so we can come and film some games? Can't do it now with the way they're set up in, so hopefully they can maybe work on that in the offseason and get a new facility built.
Well, keep our fingers crossed.
Here's Seacrest out of the shotgun. Take the snap, hang in the pocket. Has some time, pulls it down. He'll look to run, lowers the shoulder. And knocked down here at the 24-yard line, gain of 5. Be 2nd and 5. We talk about new facilities, Tony. I think Elizabeth Forward should have their new basketball gym done for this year, I would think. And they've been working on it last few years. We're scheduled to go down there in a few weeks.
Yeah. I was going to say, is that you and I that day? Or
if we decide to do a doubleheader, it might be you and I that day, depending on – because we're likely going to have Laurel Highlands playing if they win against Yock on Friday, which Yock was 1-21 last year, would play Saturday at 5. Uniontown plays at noon, so conceivably we could do 2 games that day.
Well, now I can do 1.
Oh, you have some late night plans?
Got our group Christmas party.
Oh, okay. Yeah. On a Saturday night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you guys usually have that on like on Friday.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
We'll figure something out.
Oh, yeah.
Well, TJ DeStefano lives in Greensburg, so it's not too far for him to go to Ligonier Valley.
There you go.
I think we did that last year. I think you did the early game with me.
I think we
went to the Christmas party, and then I worked the late game with TJ, and then I think Carl was with me for that one up at Derry.
I think so.
So we'll see what we can figure out.
Oh, we'll get it together.
See who wants to work on a Saturday. 6:07 left here, 3rd and 4 for Frazier.
They didn't throw a flag, I hope.
Oh, whistle from the far side.
Ineligible man.
I think you have 12 guys on the field for Bishop Canevin.
They don't need.
They're counting them now.
They don't need the extra help.
No. Yeah, they had 12 guys on the field.
Okay. 5 yards. That's the 11th penalty on Bishop Canevin, which is not what Coach Steele wants to see.
Going to be a 1st down for Frazier at the 30 now. Seacrest down the shotgun. Diamond to his left. We're down to 5:25 left in regulation. Seacrest takes the snap. Has some time. Throws near side pass intercepted. Thrown right to... Oh, did Johnson drop it? He did drop it. Well, how did he not hang on to that one?
Yeah,
so Johnson, the West Virginia verbal commit, that ball was thrown right to him. He's doing push-ups. He knows after dropping that one, he has to hit the ground and do some push-ups. No excuse for that.
Now he's going to get a flag.
He probably will.
Yeah, and he did.
Yeah. I'm going to play football at West Virginia. Can't make drops like that.
No.
Or Penn State. Penn State, though, has been playing last couple weeks. You guys have Indiana tomorrow, don't you?
Yes, we do.
Buckeyes have Purdue. I think in West Lafayette tomorrow.
Yeah. Penn State goes from the number 2 team in the country to not even making a bowl.
Look at their schedule the last couple weeks. By number 1 Ohio State last week, number 2 Indiana this week. Even if they lose to Indiana, if they would run the table after that, they could still get into a bowl game. I'll hold your head high there, Tony, and root for that.
Yeah.
As Diamond a 2-yard run.
Yeah.
I actually saw an article. They were projecting them to possibly play Pitt in the Pinstripe Bowl. I don't know how you can project that with 3 wins and think it's a little too early for bowl projections.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, put it this way, it'll be in early December if they get in.
Correct.
Don't worry about having a hangover on New Year's Day for a bowl game.
2nd and 8. Where's our buddy Soup at tonight?
Soup is in Wild and Wonderful.
Oh, nice.
He got hooked up with his best friend, one of his college buddies, and 2 couples are having a good time, I guess.
Good for him. Yep. Diamond, a 9-yard run and a Frazier first down to the Bishop Canevin 44. I really don't have any big plans for the weekend here, Tony.
Well, I didn't until this morning, and it was kind of a quiet one, and then my neighbor texted me and said, hey, don't forget the chili cook-off tomorrow at my neighbor's house.
I think I've dropped you off at some of those chili cook-offs over the years.
Yeah, well, you should come pick me up. That's dropping me off's one thing, and picking me up's the other.
That could be a little bit harder. Run up the middle for 3 that time from Diamond. Is that usually a different time of the year, though?
Well, no, they have 2. It's this is chili. It's soup cook-off.
Soup cook-off is the one I was thinking of.
Soup cook-off, yes. That's we normally have a game that day. And
on a night like tonight, go for some chicken noodle soup.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, chili tomorrow would be good, too.
Yeah. This might be a night I might stop somewhere if you want to stop after the game on the way home, Tony, because I am a little hungry.
I got to check. I got my tire light.
I know.
Came on, man.
I don't know if I have my compressor in the car. I hope I have it there for you. If not, then I'll definitely have to follow you home to make sure you don't get stranded somewhere. That's the last thing we need.
Yeah.
Here's Diamond on a run for another Frazier first down to the 30-yard line. You have so many friends, Tony. I don't think it'd be a problem for you getting back into town, even if you got broken down on the side of the highway. Everybody knows you. They'll be stopping for you and giving you a ride if you need to get home.
Trying to run me over.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Got a 149 to play. Again, I have to thank all of our video stream sponsors. It was not cheap to get this game on the air. We appreciate everybody stepping up and making it possible, including PA State Representative Ryan Warner, Tiffany Smith Fine Arts Studio, Perry Volunteer Fire Department, Gene and Boots, Sandy Howe Notary Services owner Ed and Sandy Walensky is Diamond with a run here, and Diamond's going to score a late touchdown for Frazier with 1:26 to play. Derek Diamond on a 30-yard run, but it might be coming back.
There's a flag.
Wow. Other sponsors tonight, Ford of Uniontown, Uniontown Liquidation Outlet, Napa Auto Parts, and Perry Drug, all sponsoring our video stream tonight.
Only the 5th penalty against.
They're going to pick it up.
Hey.
Touchdown's going to stand for Derek Diamond. That'll be his 18th touchdown of the season. And for Diamond, a senior, a good way to at least finish things out.
Yeah, and also takes him over 100 yards for this game. So now at 122 yards and a 30-yard touchdown run.
And they'll bring out Owen Searcy here for the extra point. Makes it 50-6 after that last run. Now Searcy to add on the extra point again with 1:05 to play. Clean snap coming back. Searcy line drive kick is through. So with 1:05 left in regulation, Bishop Canevin 50, Frazier 7. And we're back in 60 here on the CR Prada Group High School Sports Night broadcast presented by PA State Representative Ryan Warner.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas. Open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
The Perry Township Volunteer Fire Department is proud to support the Frazier Commodores boys high school football team as they continue their remarkable 2025 playoff run. Teamwork, dedication, and commitment are values Perry Township volunteer firefighters and Frazier football players have in common. From the whole crew at the fire station, great job, boys, and good luck. Visit the department's Facebook page to learn how you can support their efforts to keep the community safe. The Perry Township Volunteer Fire Department, serving the community as professional volunteers.
1:05 to play. Diamond with a touchdown for Frazier. Make it 50-7. Had on sportsmanlike conduct penalty against Bishop Canevin after the extra point. So Frazier will kick off here from the Bishop Canevin 45. You might as well go onside, Stoney, down 43 with 1:05 to play.
Oh, I would imagine. I mean, I don't think at this stage, though, it really makes any difference. But nope, he's going to
kick
go
it deep.
Full tilt. Yep.
Probably just have a couple of knees here you'd expect on the Bishop Canevin side, and we'll call it a night.
We would hope. We have to ask, what's Kendall listening
Yeah, Kendall
to this
checking
game,
in tonight.
Huh? Wow.
She wanted to know how heck, you remember where you were doing a game at years ago. And, of course, we mentioned the fact that we would not want to have Thanksgiving dinner with her or Bill. She's going to have fried chicken this year, no turkey, and Bill's going to have ham. But she said she would still have a side salad for me with no dressing.
Well, there you go. That's right. Okay.
That would give me a reason to stop.
She's going to do it. Yep.
Rob Burchani checking out.
Yep. Rob Burchani leaving the building.
Yeah. We're going to have a timeout taken here by Frazier, an injury timeout. And we're getting a couple of late substitutions here. 19.5 seconds left. We'll just keep it right here. And I don't think the officials are going to stop for a full session either. Just probably the guys that haven't had an opportunity to play in this game, get them in so they can say they played in a WPIAL quarterfinal round playoff game.
Yeah, I know one thing. I just hope the refs don't throw another flag.
No, on a kneel down.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think the one guy needs Tommy John surgery.
Yes. They've been throwing those flags out pretty good, too.
Oh, my God.
There's a knee, and that should be the final play of the game. It is 15 seconds left. So that'll do it. The Bishop Canevin Crusaders on to the semifinal round of the WPIAL Single A playoffs, knocking out the Frazier Commodores by a score of 50-7. Bishop Canevin improves to 9-3. The Commodores' season ends, one of their best ones in years, with a record of 7-5. We're back to tell you all about it right after this here on WMBS, the Turbo Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live.
Hey, everybody. Friday night under the lights are back. High school football is more than a game. It's about community, teamwork, and pride. Just like our local heroes who serve our nation. Fayette County Recorder of Deeds is proud to honor our veterans with the Veteran ID program. By recording your DD-214, veterans can receive a secure photo ID and access discounts at participating local businesses. Support our student athletes. Support our veterans. Together we build a stronger Fayette County.
Hey, love, I'm Tiffany from Tiffany Smith Fine Art Studios, serving up confidence boosts in Perryopolis in our brand new luxury studio in downtown Pittsburgh. I'm not just here to take your picture. I'm here to help you remember who you are. Whether it's been a wild 2 years or you're just feeling a little blah, this is your permission slip to feel powerful again. You'll laugh, maybe cry, and leave feeling like that girl. Book your experience at TiffanySmithFineArtStudios.com because you deserve to be seen.
Are you ready to indulge in the best pizza around? Are you looking for a lunch or dinner spot with all your favorite Italian classics coupled with mouth-watering daily specials? Then it's time to visit 2G Brothers Pizza, located at 123 Matthew Drive in Uniontown. Specials and customer favorites include Thursday's Sicilian-style pizza and Saturday's chicken parmesan. Call 724-439-5600 today and let 2G Brothers handle the rest. Your taste buds will be glad you did.
Accidents can happen at any time. At Stewart Collision Service in Uniontown, we are here to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Have dents? Stewart Collision Service does paintless dent repair. So give us a call at 724-437-9381 or stop by 73 East Fayette Street for all your collision needs. We work with all insurances. Stewart Collision supports our local high school sports team and wish you the best this season. That's Stewart Collision Service, 73 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, 724-437-9381.
I'm Bill Martin, partner at Radcliffe Martin Law. Did you know our office handles claims for people hurt at work? If you are injured at your job, you have certain rights under the Pennsylvania Workers' Compensation Act that your employer may not advise you of or simply disregard. Those would include rights to wage loss and medical benefits due to your injury. We help injured workers to make sure they receive the benefits they're entitled to by law. Call us at 724-439-3939. Radcliffe Martin Law, your local injury attorney.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown. Doctors Calabrese, Hoppy, Lorenz, and I want to wish our local football teams and fans the very best in 2025. and remind you that our board-certified gastroenterologists are always here to help you and your family with a wide variety of GI health issues. Lastly, please consider a screening colonoscopy. It's a 30-minute painless test that could save your life.
Uniontown Liquidation Outlet wants to thank you for voting us Best of Fayette 2025. Come shop with us for the lowest prices around. We have toys, home goods, tools, electronics, and much more. We offer layaway, so stop in today and ask us how it works. We are located inside the Uniontown Mall. The Uniontown Liquidation Outlet. Visit us on Facebook, Uniontown Liquidation Outlet. Hope to see you soon.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Back here wrapping things up in Canonsburg, 50-7 your final score. Bishop Canevin downing the Frazier Commodores. We'll take a look first at our scoring summary, and I'll have our first Federal Savings Loan Association of Greene County super play of the game. Monte Mott opened up the game, a 20-yard touchdown run. Leo Shorthouse added the extra point at the 8:53 mark of the opening quarter. It was 7-0 Bishop Canevin. Then Frazier, Tony, a long drive, took it all the way down to the Bishop Canevin 5-yard line, had a 1st and goal, and they were stopped on downs.
Stopped on downs, and as we said throughout this game, I think it might have really changed the tide. They had a 16-play drive, 7 minutes and 13 seconds, and nothing to show for it, and then they get hit with a 94-yard touchdown run on the very next play, and I just think it just turned the tide all the way around.
And this 94-yard touchdown run from Monte Mott, our first Federal Savings Loan Association of Greene County super play of the game.
And now going back to the ground here, Mott and Bishop Canevin with a big run, and Mott's going to break it. Look out here into Frazier territory. No one's going to touch him. He's going to go 94 yards for a Bishop Canevin touchdown.
And that was just so deflating and heartbreaking, Tony, for the Commodores.
Oh, no, I totally agree. And, you know, you'd worked so hard to get to that point, get down to the 6-yard line, you think something's going to come out of that drive, and nothing happened, and then you turn around and give away a big play, and you're down 14-0 instead of tied 7-7.
And then you had a Frazier interception coming back. Bishop Canevin, a 34-yard touchdown pass from Olds to Justin Melvin. Olds ran in the 2-point conversion. It was 22-0. Then Olds a pick six, 48 yards on that run back, intercepting Brady Seacrest, made it 29-0. Newville Bone had a 10-yard touchdown run to make it 35-0. Olds another 10-yard run, made it 42-0 at halftime. And then we had Cenero Torres with a second-half touchdown for Bishop Canevin that made it 50-0, and a late score from Derek Diamond for Frazier to make the final score 50-7 tonight. Bishop Canevin over the Frazier Commodores. And now for our post-game stats. They're brought to you by Farmana Pharmacy, now located in the Health First Medical Center building on Route 119 near the Fayette County Fairgrounds. Tony?
All right, Brian, thanks. For the Bishop Canevin Crusaders, passing stats were the same as the first half. DeMar Olds was 4 for 5, 101 yards and 1 touchdown, a 34-yard connection to Justin Melvin. Melvin had 3 catches for 72 yards. Lemire Wade had 1 catch for 29. On the rushing end, Monte Mott had 9 carries, 160 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 from 20 yards out, 1 from 94 yards out. Newville Bone had 10 carries for 75 yards. He had an 11-yard touchdown run in there. DeMar Olds, 4 carries for 35 yards. He had a 10-yard touchdown run. Dominic Cisnero Torres had 2 carries for 6. William Lee had 1 carry for 8. And Kavir Holman had 4 carries for 6. Bishop Canevin ran 35 offensive plays. They had 290 yards rushing, 101 yards passing, 391 yards of total offense, 12 first downs, no turnovers, but they did have 13 penalties for 125 yards. On the other side for Frazier, Brady Seacrest was 0 for 12 passing with 2 interceptions. Derek Diamond had 23 carries, 122 yards, and a 30-yard touchdown late in the fourth quarter. Seacrest, 2 carries for -2, and Lincoln Dye had 1 carry for -1. Frazier, 38 offensive plays, 119 yards rushing, no yards passing, 119 yards of total offense, 4 penalties for 30 yards. They had 7 first downs, and the 2 turnovers, both of those on Seacrest interceptions.
And again, we'll have the Bishop Canevin Crusaders advancing to the semifinal round of the playoffs. They'll take on either Clareton or Jeanette next week, and tune into the Triple Live Scoreboard Show with Don Rebel. Get all the high school final scores from tonight, including that Clareton-Jeanette game that comes your way as soon as we sign off. I had one final question on the chat for you, Tony. Kendall wanted to know if you're going to do the turkey trot with her this year.
No, I will say I'll be on my way to Virginia.
Okay, but you would do it if you were here, though, right?
Oh, sure.
Okay,
sure.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
My daughter and son may do it. I don't know about me, but yeah, no, I would like to, but I normally leave early for.
I got you.
Virginia then. So
well, guys, another fun season of high school football. Again, we'll start our high school basketball coverage in 3 weeks.
Yeah, it'll be here before you know it. And like we said, it got a lot of games to do, and hopefully we'll wish success to both teams, both Laurel Highlands and Uniontown, and got to give Frazier a lot of credit, too.
I agree, too.
Yeah, they had a great season and just ran into a buzzsaw here, and a lot of speed, a lot more speed than Frazier had. And Bishop Canevin, again, always a tough program in the WPIAL.
Again, have to thank our video sponsors tonight, including PA State Representative Ryan Warner, Tiffany Smith, Fine Arts Studios, the Perry Volunteer Fire Department, Gene and Boots, Sandy Howe Notary Services, and owner Ed and Sandy Walensky, Ford of Uniontown, Uniontown Liquidation Outlet, Napa Auto Parts, and Perry Drug. If it was not for their support, you've seen their graphics up on the screen all night long, and many of those folks also sponsored the game last week with California as well. We would not be able to bring you these postseason games here on the WMBS YouTube page. So thanks again to Tony Hanola, my broadcast partner tonight, Carl Childs behind the camera, Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios, and everyone that made high school football possible on WMBS this year. This is Brian Morozak, and have yourselves a pleasant good evening. Again, stay tuned for the Triple Live Scoreboard Show with Don Rebel. It's on the way next. Again, your final score from Canon Mac tonight, Bishop Canevin 50 and Frazier 7. So long, everybody.
The Sea Harbor